Welcome in, Bink. We're doing things differently today. Mac and Drew started at 8. We start at 11. Me and JT, go Carrington Harrison and Nathan Williams right at 2 o'clock till 5. It is Black Friday football coverage. JT, welcome in. I know you're excited about the show. I am too. We have a lot of football. We've got the Jayhawks trying to get bowl eligible. Right now, we've got the Egg Bowl. Will Lane Kiffin stay or go? We get the Chiefs Cowboys yesterday to talk about. We had a lot to talk about.
It's going to be a great day. And it's a Friday. Oh, love it.
It is. Everybody's waiting on that Lane Kiffin decision, which direction he's going to go. 6 coaches now have signed extensions in this, or waiting for the Egg Bowl. I always thought if Lane Kiffin's going to stay, he would tell the team beforehand, before the Egg Bowl, so it'd fire him up, inspire him, so to speak, as they play Mississippi State in a rival game today. But clearly, it's the Chiefs and Cowboys to discuss now. JT, did you know there's still a chance? Are you buying into the chance or not? James Palmer says on Twitter, The Athletic, gives the Chiefs a 44% chance to make the postseason. 44% chance for the rest of the way if they beat the Houston Texans. And that goes way down if they don't. So are you buying into this? Again, versus the Texans, they have a 56% chance of the playoffs. With the loss to the Texans next week, 16% chance. Like, I don't care about this. I just know the Bills, the Jags, they have wins over the Chiefs and wild card. It's a lot more complicated than people think. But do we really, really think this team can do some damage in the postseason? I don't.
I mean, they haven't shown consistently enough to do anything.
Now, if they win all 5 games and look good doing it, then you say, all right, this team could do some damage in the postseason.
Now we're predicting what they haven't done all year. Yeah. So I can't do that, no.
And every week you sit here and look at it and say, well, they'll get things together, then they don't.
And at this point...
And now you're having your offensive line is down.
And at this point, Bink, I might be sounding soft or something, but I think maybe, it sounds weird, hear me out, because I know there's a chance to get into the playoffs. Just lose the last 5. Get a better draft pick. They're
15th right now.
That's what I'm saying. You get a nice draft pick, and then you got a nice prize with Patrick Mahomes. Something that you can actually build with Patrick Mahomes. I know it sounds crazy, but the way this team has played, there has been nothing consistently that makes you think, oh, yeah, this team's going to win 5 straight to get into the playoffs.
Well, we already put our mock draft out on character concerns, and we went defense. But here's the thing, and I'll ask you. Also, text line, 913-586-7965, J Southland Tow Service text line. Are you sticking with one position or the other? Or do you look at this Chiefs team saying, man, in the first round, I could see them going a lot of different directions. I do. I think they can go a lot of different directions. Clearly, we had Christian Miller, the defensive tackle, that can play edge, inside, and do all different things with Georgia in the first round. Just running back, I think you can get in the second, third, and beyond.
Yeah,
I do think they should
running back. Not take in the first.
But if they go wide receiver, if they go tight end with a Kenyon Sadiq that can be a game changer, a playmaker for the Chiefs, you're going to complain about it? I'm not at this point.
I just don't think you need a wide receiver. I get it. I understand where you're coming from for a wide receiver. I just think there's bigger needs and bigger holes.
But who's your quarterback?
Patrick Mahomes.
What quarterback will you ever have as good in your lifetime in Kansas City than him?
Probably no one.
Who's he got to throw to next year?
He's got Rice. He's got Worthy.
2 guys that dropped important passes in this game.
He's going to have, Thorne, I think, is on a 2-year deal, so you have Tyquan back.
Oh, man.
I'm just telling you.
Dude, you can't win the AFC.
People.
You can't win the Super Bowl with that group, man. You can't.
I'm sorry. You're not going to get another wide receiver. There's no way they're going back for another wide receiver, Pink.
But they're going to need more than one wide receiver in this draft. Last year, they get Jalen Royals. You seen Jalen Royals?
You say this every year.
Does he exist? Does he exist? Have you seen Jalen Royals?
I have seen Jalen Royals. He does exist.
He hasn't played yet, though.
No. But how many rookies play in their first year with Andy Reid?
Xavier Worthy did.
Okay, but he had to.
Yeah. Jalen Royals, they were down Worthy for 3 games. They were down Rashee Rice for 6. That coincided with each other with Rice and Worthy out for those 3 games. Didn't see Jalen Royals in a time where they needed him.
I'm just saying, you don't need a wide receiver in round 1. There's way bigger needs than wide receiver.
I'm with you on round 1. And that's why I'm sticking defensive line.
That's why I'm saying round 1, I'm not taking. I'm okay if you take a wide receiver.
However, if you want an elite tight end, you better get in round 1.
Well, that is true.
If you want an elite one, a game changer. I just think they need playmakers. Do you agree they need playmakers?
They need more playmakers, yes.
Okay.
Let me ask you this. Has Worthy really shown anything? And I get he's been injured, and we can say he's been injured. But has he shown anything but have speed this year?
He did last year. He showed me more last year than this year.
Exactly. So is he having a sophomore slump that you think quarterbacks have?
I don't 100% understand. Is he still hurt? Has he gotten through it? Because he's always done the injury report with the ankle. He got the shoulder. Is he 100%? So that's that doubt that creeps in. Is he hurt or not? Because if he's hurt, yeah, it does affect. And we just don't know. We just don't know that complete answer. But the bottom line is the officials are certainly someone to talk about. JT, you and I went over Friday, right? The officials in the NFL.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we went over it on also Wednesday before we went on the Thanksgiving break.
And these guys all have other jobs in the offseason. They're not full-time employees. Some are, some aren't. We went over the head refs. They go into tax work in the offseason or being a lawyer, a pilot, an administrator, a school basketball coach, a lot of tax guys, nonprofit CEOs, you name it. That officiating was terrible yesterday. But can we 100% blame the officials? I don't think so. Xavier Worthy, was it the official's fault he dropped the pass? No. When Rashee Rice dropped an important pass for the Kansas City Chiefs on third down, was that the official's fault? No. Travis Kelce having a ball go into his hand, is that their fault? No. Pass rush, was that the ref's fault? No. Terrible defense on third down, 9 of 16, the Cowboys were. Is that the ref's fault? No. The offensive line down 3 starters now. Is that the ref's fault? No. Running Kareem Hunt on third and short from the shotgun. Is that the ref's fault? No. Being predictable when you're under center, which we all want to see, but you become predictable when you do it because the team knows you're going to run. Is that the ref's fault? No. But I will say this. The refs yesterday were terrible. The pass interferences were horrible against the Kansas City Chiefs. That's just fact. And now, which is weird, is people are like, oh, my God, the Chiefs got screwed with the officials. We've been telling everybody this for the longest time. The officials don't necessarily always look out for the Kansas City Chiefs. They just don't. That's a myth, a complete myth. OptaStats put this out yesterday. The Chiefs committed 5 pass interference penalties in the second half. 4 on defense, 1 on offense. That is the most pass interference penalties by an NFL team in the second half of a game in the last 35 seasons. Accepted penalties only. So it was bad. The officiating was poor. And where this falls on the NFL is not just for the Chiefs' sake, JT, or the NFL, but everybody, all teams. You had probably 50 million viewers. The ratings haven't come out yet, but you're going to probably have the highest regular season ratings ever for this football game. And it was on display for the NFL that your referees absolutely suck. And it was bad. It was poorly officiated. And I feel, honestly, I thought they owed the Chiefs more than that. They owed the whole NFL that. They owed the fans that.
The NFL owed everybody more than what they got all day yesterday. Going from the Packers to the Lions, that timeout they gave to the Packers when it wasn't there before the false start. Whether you go and watch the Ravens and Bengals and they called an OPI on Flowers, which wasn't even really much of an OPI. And if you go to the Chiefs game, if they do that, boom, there it goes.
It's one of those things, too, when you look at why the NFL owed everybody better officiating crew. They just did. And again, I've gone over what these guys do in the offseason. The refereeing was terrible. Did they owe Kansas City more than anybody else? No. They didn't know the Chiefs more than anybody else. But let's be honest. The NFL loves ratings. They love to put the stat out. They put it out right before these Thanksgiving games. I brought these stats up before. It was 55 of 60 top programs in America were NFL games. Well, the NFL trotted out there and bragged about it on NFL media there, that the NFL is now 65 of the top 70 rated programs, regardless of NFL or not, in America. That's significant. But if you look at the chart real close, the Chiefs were 1, 2, 3 in the top 5 involved Kansas City Chiefs games. Guess what? After the ratings come out for this, the Kansas City Chiefs are going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4 highest rated games in America. The NFL owed better officiating in that game. They just flat did. And not just saying just for the Chiefs' sake, but because of all the eyes on that game. Possibly the most eyes ever on an NFL game in the regular season. All of America was sitting there eating their turkey, watching the game yesterday, and you had poor officiating let them play. No, this isn't sour grapes because the Chiefs lost. It's sour grapes because the officiating in the NFL has been absolutely atrocious. Whether it's the Chiefs games, anybody else, Lions games, it doesn't matter. The refs suck. And they just do. That's just fact. But if you're telling me that you have a team that's going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4 of your highest rated games this season, and possibly the highest rated game ever, involving the Kansas City Chiefs, and we've gone over before, they called the Chiefs for everything. The Chiefs are on Thanksgiving. The Chiefs are on Christmas. The Chiefs are doing everything the NFL wants. They're helping the eyes, the money to the NFL. Streamers want the Chiefs. Okay, YouTube, first ever YouTube game, Kansas City Chiefs. First ever Amazon game was the Kansas City Chiefs. First ever Netflix game, Kansas City Chiefs. First ever Peacock playoff game, Kansas City Chiefs. All these streaming services, their first one, they want the Chiefs. And again, it's the proof is there. 1 through 4 are the Kansas City Chiefs. So not just saying they owe the Chiefs. They owe the NFL. They own the betting public. They own the fans. They own everybody better than the crap that was displayed of officiating yesterday. Now, is that the reason, the whole reason the Chiefs lost? No, 100% not. Again, it's drop passes going through hands. It's play calling sometimes on 3rd and short. Going Kareem Hunt from the shotgun when everybody knows what you're doing. Those things matter. Lack of defense on 3rd down. They actually converted on 4th down, JT. You know, I've been talking about the Chiefs on 4th down and so good. They converted on them.
Yeah.
Do you realize that's the first conversion against the Chiefs on 4th down since September? Do you know there's been 7 games that transpired before that one, before the Chiefs gave it a first down on a team going for it on 4th down? But it happened yesterday.
A lot of things happened yesterday on defense.
A lot of things happened yesterday on defense, but it's frustrating where we go. And is this team good enough to win postseason games? That's the question. I understand the AFC is kind of a joke at this point. The Ravens, you know, were making a surge coming back. They got their ass planted by the Bengals last night. Do we 100% trust the Patriots? Do you trust the Bills? The Bills.
And I think that's what's most frustrating for a Chiefs fan is the AFC is so wide open. It would be probably one of the easier ones to win in a normal Chiefs year. And yet the Chiefs are also in that domino effect of playing weird football.
But who do you trust? Yes, it's the Texans playing the Chiefs.
I trust the Patriots, and I get
that's fair.
it. They, to me,
Patriots, Broncos. I don't trust the Colts.
I don't trust Colts. And now they have a quarterback on a fractured fibula. So yeah.
Don't trust Daniel Jones. Don't trust Colts. I trust the Broncos much more. I trust the Patriots much more at this point. The Bills, Josh Allen was sacked 8 times. They have 33 sacks in the season. Chiefs have 22. So Texans just 11 more sacks than Chiefs, and Chiefs can't get to the quarterback. But that defense is stout. Right now, the Rams, number 1 scoring defense in the NFL. The Houston Texans have been number 1 basically the whole year. They're number 2 right now. But that should be a concern because let's not forget about it. Justin Simmons is probably going to go on, or Josh Simmons is probably going to go on IR with that wrist.
That wrist with the
dislocation
and a fracture.
He's probably going on the IR. So you're down to left tackle. You had Wanye Morris in the game.
You had both. You had Wanye Morris and Moore in there as well.
And yes, Jalen Moore's in there because Juwan Taylor's hurt. Now they could both be out this game, so you're without your tackles. And Trey Smith has that high ankle, low ankle. You could be out 3 offensive linemen. You think that spells victory for the Kansas City Chiefs?
Not with that defense.
No, it spells Mahomes running for his life and getting nailed. He did lead a touchdown drive with Wanye, Toro the Bull, Morris playing left tackle.
But did you see how he had to do it? He had to break 2 tackles and throw it as he's falling to the ground to a wide open Xavier Worthy. I mean, what a play by him. I get it. It was a great play by Mahomes, but he had to make magic happen because he had to get out of the pocket, get tripped up, and somehow throws the ball down the field.
But it's the little things. It's the things with this team that we've been talking about all year. It's this 4th down. I get it. That was a 1-score game. I was talking to JT before. I know it's going to go down as a 1-score game. The Chiefs lost another 1-score game. But are we really considering that a 1-score game? Because it was 10 points. The Chiefs score at the end there. They get a touchdown. They make it a 1-score game. They didn't see the ball again.
But I mean,
the Cowboys get a first down
on the clock.
There's 3 minutes when they got it back. 3:05.
Oh, okay, I thought it was 4:05, so that's on me.
And there was another bad call. George Pickens' helmet came off. It kind of came off, and it's debatable how you want to look at it because this helmet did come off, but he wasn't doing it to celebrate. If you do it to celebrate, it's a penalty. Now, you're supposed to still leave the game for play. So that's still supposed to happen. I don't know if he did or not.
I mean, it was a knee down. Who knows? Because after
it
that,
didn't matter
what
at
did
that
it
point.
mean? Right. But, I mean, I think I'm in a group chat with a bunch of my friends, and the biggest gripe that we have is the defense yesterday wanting to play man-to-man, which is fine. You can play man-to-man for the first half or the first quarter, but yet once they were getting beat consistently man-to-man, they didn't want to change it. They just let him go to man-to-man, and I get you have to blitz to get pressure because that's the biggest problem with this defense. You don't get pressure on the quarterback. That leads more pressure on the back end of the team. So I think going to man-to-man and not changing it up, it failed. McDuffie had one of his worst games of his career. It happens.
It does. A lot of things happen. It's not what you expect. The defense, wasn't good yesterday. They're showing signs of being tired. They just really are. And Mahomes can't do it all. He tries to do it all. He's fine. I want to address this text that came in on the show before us, JT, from the 816. Reed is washed up. Mahomes is damaged. And Super Bowls are done. Okay. I get it. We are talking about a 6-6 team, okay? We're talking about a team that's not officially eliminated. And you can't win the Super Bowl every year. Just a reminder, JT, to everybody out there, the Chiefs aren't going to go to the Super Bowl every year. No team's done it. Cleveland's never gone to a Super Bowl. Detroit's never gone to a Super Bowl. Jacksonville's never gone to a Super Bowl. Chiefs have been in 5 of the last 6, and they've won 3 of them. So I don't think everybody is washed up. Do they need fresh eyes, freshen things up, reset this team? 100% so. But I'm not going to say this team is washed up and these players and coaches. How can we say that? Was Belichick done, that 10-year gap where the Patriots weren't winning Super Bowls? I mean, do people forget about that? The Patriots won. They went 10 years of dormancy where they didn't do it. Are the Chiefs supposed to be in the big game every single year? It's just an impossibility. Can't do it. They went 50 years without going to the Super Bowl. Do you think, honestly, we can think this team can go to the Super Bowl each and every year?
But that's not. I don't think that's why they're that upset. I think they're upset because they're going to miss the playoffs completely. Patriots only missed the playoffs completely twice. That's the big deal that everyone's going to have. The Chiefs are going to miss, and the bigger part is they're going to miss in one of Mahomes' prime years. It's just like people saying, oh, well, this can put to rest the Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes debate. Well, I thought the debate was kind of quiet before this year because of Tom Brady beating Mahomes already so many times has been in the playoffs.
It's weird how the narrative changed, though, isn't it? We're talking about the Chiefs being screwed by the officials now and everything. Well, I don't know if the NFL's trying to make a point in that game or not, but the point was taken.
Well, now people are saying, well, no wonder the Chiefs won so many playoff games in the Super Bowl because they had the refs, and now they don't have the refs, and they're having a bad season.
But I'll remind people, Chiefs have been they've led the NFL in penalties before during this little span that everybody says they get the benefits. It's just things happen. And when you're down 3 starting offensive linemen, I'm sorry, you're going to suffer. Ask the Chargers what it's like being with other tackles because they have sucked when they don't have the linemen. They've suffered
before they've had these injuries, Bink. It's not just because of these injuries. They suffered the first half. They weren't doing well.
They missed things. And there's a lot of things you could point to with this season. And I think the season got off to a bad foot when you lose your number 1 receiver for the first 6 games. That's
on your wide receiver, though, for doing what he did.
He did. But you went 3-3 during that span. And these games are all close. Don't forget about the Eagles game. Don't forget about the Jags game close. Remember, you lost Worthy for 3 of those. So 3 of those games, you didn't have Rice or Worthy. Now, the Chiefs did go 3-3 during that span. Now,
tread at waters.
What if the Chiefs had gone 5-1? What if the Chiefs were 2 games better in the standings right now and still definitely much more in the mix than they sit now? I'm telling you, this stuff matters, man. Like how you start getting off to a good start. That's why I wanted that suspension later, to be honest with you. Get off to a good start. Get off to a hot start this year so you're not sitting there buried. But 3-3, everybody was happy with that. I wasn't, because that's 2 more losses than I felt you should have had.
You have a higher standard for this team than a lot of people do, and I praise you for that.
But you're telling me that Jacksonville game wasn't winnable?
Well, no,
that Philadelphia game wasn't winnable? 100% they were winnable.
Well, they were winnable, but going into the season, I didn't think they would beat the Eagles because I thought the Eagles had a better roster going into the season. And sure, the Eagles have looked very fraudulent themselves.
If Kelsey catches the touchdown,
well, the
Chiefs
whole game's
win.
changed, yes.
Yeah.
But that's like also saying if Mahomes doesn't throw the pick 6 to Jacksonville, the Chiefs win. I mean, those plays happened and the Chiefs lost. You can't take them back. But a lot of teams can say if this play happened, we would win. That's the problem with the Chiefs this year. They don't come up clutch when it needs to happen. They don't make the big plays that we're used to.
I think you're right about being clutch. They're not clutch. I think that's part of it. They're not having those things at the end of the year where they were clutch at the end. They're just making untimely mistakes, whether it be penalties. Nothing you can do about that. They're going to call regardless of what it is. But the penalties, the offensive line issues are going to be big. That's already, when you lose your left tackle and right tackle.
Well, they're going to be big now for the rest of the season, but 100%. You had them to begin the year.
You did.
Well, I guess you could say for a middle of the year, you also lost your left tackle for family problems. But I'm saying is regardless, it's just a problem that was not there in the first half of the game, and you couldn't do anything still in the first half, it felt like. You got off to – here's my thing I'll say about the first half of the game. Your first 15 plays, guess what? They were scripted. You scored 2 touchdowns on them.
But guess what? Didn't they?
They looked great. But then once you got away from the script, it was bad offensive football.
How did you feel when they didn't score at the end of the first half because of drops and penalties? Because, okay, you're like, okay, we can forget about that. Let's hope they score at the beginning of the second half. Like, hope they score then. They didn't do either. That's the whole deal of winning the toss and deferring.
They haven't double-dipped all year, it feels like.
Yeah. Double-dipping is what they need to do, and they can't do it. That's killing them.
So, so we wanted them to double-dip in the Denver game. We were like, okay, hey, you can kick the field goal because you're getting the ball to start the second half. They didn't score in the second half. Last week against the Indianapolis Colts, you kicked the field goal before half, and guess what? You do nothing in the first drive of the second half. They can't double-dip anymore. I don't understand. We talk about how important it is to win the toss, to defer so you can double-dip the first half into the second half, and the Chiefs have not done that all year. So it is crazy. It's crazy how they haven't been able to double dip into the second half.
Yeah. And the text line is asking about Tom versus Pat thing, 402. I don't care about the Tom versus Pat thing. I know people are going to talk about it. I don't care.
I don't.
I don't care. Mahomes' stats blow Brady's away when they're at the same age.
I just don't care about fighting it.
I don't care.
It's like fighting Kobe or Michael Jordan and LeBron. It's just not. It's two different worlds.
The only thing I care about, honestly, is what you do in the postseason. Brady's got 35 wins in the postseason. Number one. Mahomes is number two. Mahomes has 17 wins in the postseason. That's more than Peyton Manning. That's more than Joe Montana. That's more than any quarterback in the history of the game is Patrick Mahomes. It is Brady and Mahomes. That is the only stat that matters. And for Andy Reid, it's about postseason wins. He's got 28. Belichick has 31. He is definitely in line to pass him. Those are the only stats I care about. What you do in the postseason. Oh, Kansas is driving on Utah here.
Well,
Utah, they gave him a 472 yards to Kansas State. KU trying to get bowl eligible. That game's on right now. The Egg Bowl's on right now.
Mississippi State just scored a tie at 7-7.
It's 7-7 now.
Yeah, 7-7.
And remember, the Mississippi State supposedly snuck in twice. Yeah. They had security, and they snuck in again at 3 a.m. to steal Trinity Chambliss' jersey.
State just went 10 plays, 97 yards, in 4 minutes to score.
Yeah, the cowbells were going. All right, here's the deal with Lane.
He's not going to Florida. They've announced he's not going to Florida.
But here's the thing. Are you with me? Wouldn't you tell your team if you're staying before the game to fire him up?
I've told you, Bink, for so long,
But if he was staying, we would know it by now.
I've told you he wasn't going to stay once they came out with the meeting on last Friday saying that he was waiting until after this game. He's not staying. And guess what? It even gave me more of an idea that he's not staying when Eli Drinkwitz signed the extension with Missouri yesterday. Because guess what? If Eli and Lane have talked, because they're good buddies, they've always said, Eli knows more about Lane, and I bet Lane has told him. Eli knew Lane's not staying at Ole Miss. He's going to take the LSU job because if Eli would have not signed the contract, because Lane would have then stayed, then Eli could have gone to LSU.
I just know 6 coaches now have signed extensions because that's good news. When jobs open up,
Clark Lee signed with Vandy. Yeah. Do you think?
Oh, and Rhett Lashley at SMU.
Right.
Drinkwitz now. Goes on Elko at A&M.
Do you think Summerall's the top candidate for Ole Miss once 100%. He leaves?
He's going to be writing his checks now. When you're one of these coaches now and all these other coaches aren't going anywhere, boom, you're getting cash. It's the Bob Stoops method of getting pay raises.
It's a head coach, college football agent dream right now to get the contracts going and get more
Chesney
money.
And James Madison, come on, man. They're going to be getting,
I think Chesney's going to Penn State.
He could. That'd be a good hire for him. Listen, I'm already getting mock drafts now.
I know you are. You're grinning ear to ear.
Lance Weber tweets all the time his mock drafts. He's done it through the years. Lance is a very big football fan. He's a big mock fan, and appreciate it. He's got the Chiefs going Peter Woods. 100% I'd take that. Defensive lineman on 15. Then he's got a corner in the second round. He's got a edge, Joshua Josephs from Tennessee in the third. He's got C.J. Baxter, the running back in the last round. That one I don't get along with. I don't think the Chiefs – that's the thing, Lance, and I know you've had running backs go higher with this team, but the Chiefs need a running back early on. And I know Brashard shows some flashes and stuff like that now. They need a bell cow running back for in the second round or the third round. They have got to do something to run the ball. And it's weird me saying, but these seventh-round running backs, they're only good for what it's worth. Now, here's the thing. I will say this, though. In fairness to the Chiefs running game, they're averaging 118 yards a game. That is the highest in the history of Mahomes being quarterback. On average, they're 110. Last year, they were 105. So as much as we bitch about the running game, technically it's 13 yards better than last year.
Crazy how it works like that.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
See, you can't go by stats all the time. Just like, don't look at percentages for the Chiefs to make the playoffs if they win out. Okay, Yeah, but they're going to need help too. You're going to need some teams losing, and it's going to work out. Teams are going to lose, just like Baltimore getting pounded by the Ravens or by the
talking
Bengals.
about teams that need to lose, sneaky things that just was reported by Adam Schefter. Both left tackle and right tackle for the Bills, Spencer Brown and Deion Dawkins, are out for the Bills.
And it's big.
That's huge because you got T.J. Watt coming in. Oh, the Steelers are coming to town. Remember, they just gave up the most sacks.
Now the Steelers feel alive again after what happened to the Ravens.
They're also going to
last
miss
night. Then there's debate: should Burrow have played the week before against the Patriots?
I don't think. But the thing about last night is Joe Burrow. Great that he came back, but last night was about the Bengals' defense, causing turnovers and making things happen on the defensive side. I think they would have won even without Joe Burrow last night, the way the defense played.
Bottom line, 913-586-7965, the phone number, and the Jay Southland Tow Service text line. What do you feel about the Chiefs now? If they do run the table, you buying in the Chiefs, they need to run the table and they need help. But do you feel that this team's actually good enough to win the whole thing? I don't.
Absolutely not.
Anyway, we'll come back more on what some other people nationally are saying about the Chiefs and their chances going forward next.
You're listening to Black Friday football coverage with Jay Binkley and JT Noah on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan.
It's a Red Friday on 96.5 The Fan and the other place, especially with these amazing game day specials. 14-inch two-topping pizzas for just $12 and $4 domestic OP cups. The other place with 5 great Kansas City Metro locations.
And Doug.
There's nowhere I wouldn't go to help someone customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual, even if it means playing in a football game.
Boom! 42! You're going down, Doug!
Oh, yeah? Your price on car insurance when you customize and save is going down.
Hey!
Limu? What are you doing on their team? Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Arvest Bank believes in the power of serving others. That's why we're committed to supporting those who serve our communities. We believe that all communities deserve a financial partner who cares. Arvest. We believe.
Get ready, Missouri. FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook, is coming soon. Starting on December 1st, new customers in Missouri can get up to $300 in bonus bets when you make your first $5 bet. From touchdowns to three-pointers, with FanDuel, any play can be the play of the game. With live betting, you can even get in on the action after the game has already started. All on an app that's safe, secure, and easy to use. Visit FanDuel.com/Missouri to learn more. And you'll be all set to bet when FanDuel goes live in Missouri on December 1st. That's FanDuel.com/Missouri. Play your game of FanDuel, the #1 rated sportsbook app. Must be 21 and present in Missouri. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Offer starts 12/1/25. Excludes customers who redeem pre-launch sign-up offer. Bonus issue is non-withdrawable bonus bets which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit fanduel.com/RG.
This is Kevin Harlan, and the Black Friday sales event is on right now at Rob's Site Ford, but not for long. Hey, Rob, what's cooking this week?
Kevin, we're serving up 0% for 66 months on most new Ford models. F-150s, Escapes, Explorers, Transits, you name it.
That is a full spread of savings, unlike your mashed potatoes last year, which needed a carving knife.
Okay, brisket man, but hey, these deals, certified fresh and only here for 1 week.
You heard the man. Black Friday savings all week, and once they're gone, they're gone. Plus, Kansas City's only top-rated Ford dealer on Google. 4.8 stars, nearly 3,000 reviews. Voted best car dealership in Kansas City by Kansas City Magazine.
At Rob's Site Ford, we keep it simple. Non-commissioned sales team, top trade-in values, and the lowest prices in Kansas City.
135th and State Line or robsite.com.
If you want simple, upfront, and easy, there's only one R that matters. Rob Site Ford. Rob Site Ford. Buy right with Rob Site.
And maybe leave the mashed potatoes to someone else this year.
With the first pick in the McDonald's breakfast draft, I'm going with a tasty sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle sandwich. Bold move, sweet, savory, totally stacked. But wait, that delicious sausage McMuffin with egg sandwich is still on the board. Lucky for me, McD lets you mix and match two for just $5. And right now, any size iced coffee is only $1.89. Breakfast at McDonald's. That's the real winning deal. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
Hellsberg gifts checked off the list. Now, time for wrapping. Earrings for mom. a gold bracelet to match the rings Danielle wears every day. And for Dad, a new watch, because we all know he needs one. All right, this is going to be a good one.
Our favorite things for your favorite people. Shop our Black Friday event for up to 65% off in-store or at Hellsberg.com.
This is Dana Hughes. In Kansas City football, we honor tradition, but we always look forward to what's next. That's why I'm all in for Flight by Yingling. It's brewed by the oldest brewery in America, but built for today. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, crisp, clean, and full of flavor, just the way a light beer should be. It's got the legacy and the stats to back it up. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer and the official beer of Dana Hughes. BG Yingling and Son, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
If you've been waiting to try learning a new language with Babbel, now is the time. Black Friday has come early this year. Babbel's biggest sale is happening now. Unlock all of the languages on Babbel with a lifetime subscription at our best price of the year, which means a small investment for all your big adventures. Babbel's bite-sized lessons fit easily into your daily routine and are easy to remember. Plus, Babbel teaches you relevant words and phrases so you can start speaking with confidence in as little as 3 weeks. And with a lifetime access to all of Babbel's languages, lessons, podcasts, and cultural insights, just imagine what you can do, or rather, where you could go. So if you've been putting off booking that pastry pilgrimage to France for fear of mispronouncing croissant, take advantage of Babbel's biggest sale of the season. Where will Babbel take you? Find out at Babbel.com. But hurry, this offer ends November 30th. Get Babbel's lifetime access for less for a limited time at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
Brought to you by Gomer's. 5 locations in the KC Metro or online at Gomers.com. If ringing in the holidays includes cheers and libations, Gomer's has your back. Voted #1 KC Liquor Shop, they offer a wide variety of beer, wine, and spirits at great prices. Stop by one of their 5 locations. You'll be glad you did.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Welcome back. Jay Binkley, JT Noah producing the operation. This Black Friday football coverage. It's a little bit different. Still Cody and Golder, still going to use those clocks. Just one break per the hour. But JT and I, you heard Mac and Drew this morning, 8 to 11. That was a lot of fun. Those guys are awesome. And then Carrington comes in from 2 to 5. KU still down 3-0 to Utah. Rob Brinton is out of this game. Kansas with the football back, though. See if Kansas can get bowl eligible. 5 wins they sit with. I don't think anybody cares but those players in Lance Leipold, but yeah, big for them. Kansas State, they have Colorado. That is the gift that keeps on giving. Colorado's the Jelly of the Month club. You get Colorado, you win. Kansas State almost beat Utah without their top weapon on offense and defense. Jace Brown was out on offense. Austin Romaine out on defense. Still poured up 472 yards rushing. Joe Jackson, a school record 293 yards. He only has one game over 100 yards this year. He had 110 against TCU. Beats Darren Sproles, Olathe North product, by 1 yard to have that Kansas State record. Got that. We got the Egg Bowl on. You said Mississippi just scored against Mississippi State.
Yeah,
Is that
Ole Miss
correct?
just put up a 27-yard touchdown pass.
Now, the funny thing about it is Lane Kiffin was talking to Marty Smith before the game, and he said they had cameras in their locker room. Their equipment guy said cameras in the locker room. Then they called Mississippi State because somebody broke into their locker room, whether you want to believe this or not. Then at 3 o'clock, they broke in again. They stole the quarterback's jersey.
I want film, Lane. I want to see the video proof.
I want to see video proof because this is what rivalries do. They steal mascots. They poop on the field. I mean, there's so many things that go on. I love rivalry games. And we got rivalry games all weekend. Fun stuff goes on with rivalry games, like the Georgia Tech game, that's going to come up this weekend as well. That game went to 8 overtimes last year. I mean, just so many good games with rivals do play each other. Missouri's got one against Arkansas, whether you want to call it a rivalry or not, tomorrow at 2:30. They played 15 times. Missouri's won 11 of them. They've won 8 of the last 10 against Arkansas. Drinkwitz just gets his extension. He's all happy. He's got the cash. JT Noah's all excited about Drink staying in Columbia, as 6 coaches going to stay put. But again, jobs open, guys get raises. And keep this in mind about Drinkwitz too, JT. You remember he signed an extension back in July, right?
Yeah, he signed 2 extensions in the last 6 months.
He signed 4 total from 2020 when he became head coach. He's already signed 4 extensions.
That's how good he is.
Yeah, you just keep giving coaches extensions, right? You show it to the recruits. Hey, we got this coach till 29. Well, they just re-signed him again and gave him more extension. Again, when these jobs open, gives you money, man. Schools have to pony up to keep you.
Like I said,
it's a dream come true.
It's a head coach agent's dream come true in college football right now.
And then when you get fired, that's another great thing with those buyouts. Brian Kelly gets $54 million as they made it official when LSU said they officially fired him. No, they took his key card and ran his ass out a couple weeks ago. So now they officially fired him. Now they got to pay $54 million to Brian.
Well, now they wanted to officially fire him so they can say, hey, we gave him his money. Now we can go sign Lane down here in Baton Rouge.
And some of these coaches have deals to where if they go coach another place, it supplants that salary, like James Franklin did. Because Penn State was going to owe him $49 million. Now it's like $9 million because he took the job at Virginia Tech. So his teams hope you go find another job somewhere else. But if you didn't, you'd be like Jimbo Fisher, who didn't have that tag on when he got $76 million to go from A&M. He was on the ACC network this year. Now he's going to be in line for another head coaching job. From the 816, they were talking about that rushing game with the Chiefs. I mentioned it's the highest yards per game they have in the Mahomes era, 118 yards a game. And it was met with, well, a lot of that is Mahomes rushing. True. Mahomes this season does have 348 yards rushing. His high water mark as a quarterback running the football is 2023. He ran for 389. Back in 2021, he ran for 381. And in 2022, he ran for 358. So already 3 seasons, he's actually run the ball more than he has this year. Now, at the beginning, when you look at what he did, it was a lot of running by him. And it was the supplant with Rice being out, Worthy being out. He had 57, then 66 yards. Then he had a game with 2 yards rushing, 5 yards, then back up to 60, 32, 28, 30, then back down to 5, then back down to 3, and it's been 30 the last 2 games. But timely runs. They've been perfect when he's running. And he's just trying to do something for this offense. That's why I desperately think this team needs playmakers. Now, they've done things in the past. Oh, your opinion, JT, your opinion, text line. What needs to change for this team? Because, again, we can look at stats, which I do, and I shouldn't because sometimes they lie, and they do lie. Like the 25 Chiefs are better top to bottom than the 24 Chiefs. Mahomes is number 1 in EPA with quarterbacks in the NFL. But the record's not there. Is the record not there because they lost players for a certain time? Is the record not there because they're dropping passes in key, timely situations? Or is it they're not getting calls at certain timely situations for the Chiefs? But they have brought in help before. Now, I don't know if you want a regime change. It's always good to bring something to freshen things up. Sometimes your message goes stale when you're at a place for a long time. That's just natural. That's what happens. But they've done it before when they brought in Chris Holt to help coach the pistol offense. He orchestrated the pistol offense in FBS, and they brought him in as a consultant. And he could talk to other teams, but Chiefs said, no, we want you exclusively. So the next year, Chris Holt was exclusive. And you know what? That offensive scheme helped Alex Smith. Like, that helped Alex Smith. The Chiefs go on to win a playoff game with the influence of Chris Holt, who's now on the College Football Playoff Committee. Now, could somebody come in? Because they do bring guys in training camp. They do. Like Antonio Pierce was brought in from the Raiders. Played with Spags before. They brought him in. Remember, he was always talking about how to, control the Chiefs or shut down the Chiefs. But he came in as a guest of the Chiefs during training camp. And they will listen to other sources. What are you doing as a defense to slow us down? That stuff is great. There's little you can do during the regular season. We know that. Dallas seems to have a home run with Quentin Williams. I'll give him credit for that. It's been a home run for them. But that doesn't always happen with other NFL teams. Because really, you build your team in March with free agency. You build your team in April with the draft. That's how you build your teams. not what you do on trade deadline. And you carry these players through OTAs, through training camp. They know your system. But just like Dameon Pierce. Told you he's not going to see the field for a while until he understands the offense and pass protection.
Well, okay, I think they might be using him for special teams.
Well, keep this in mind, too. Who do you play for?
Houston.
Exactly. Who's their next opponent?
Houston.
Who has an axe to grind with Houston?
Well, the Chiefs and Dameon Pierce.
And who's going to be under the bright lamp late at night explaining what they do?
Dameon Pierce.
Yeah. It's gamesmanship. It's what you do.
Well, they didn't just sign him for that.
No, that's not what they did, but might as well use that, right?
Well, yeah.
It's our next opponent. They're in the playoffs ahead of us. We definitely need to beat that team because they can't lose that team. They cannot lose to Houston. Because you do not want the tiebreaker going to them. And unfortunately,
if they lose to Houston, the season's over, Bink. There's no. They don't say, "Oh, there's a tiebreaker." No, but if they lose to Houston, it's over. The season's over. If it's not over today, it's over next.
And these
Monday.
schedules are pretty weak for some of these other teams. Now for the Chiefs, you would say, all right, it's perfect for them, right? Because they're 17-1 in the last 18 games at Arrowhead. They get Houston at Arrowhead. They get the Chargers at Arrowhead. They got a little revenge factor on them. You get the Denver Broncos at Arrowhead on Christmas night. Your only road games from now on for the rest of the season, Tennessee and the Raiders. A dream schedule for the Chiefs. Yes, the games at home are going to be tough, but the Chiefs have an axe to grind.
You would rather
against
have
the
them at home
Chargers,
than away.
against the Broncos, and with Houston that they've had success in the regular season and the postseason against. That's one of the teams, and a team sitting in front of them. It's right there in front of them. Like, how bad do you want it? And again, if they go on a run, can they stop making penalties at the end? I'm done saying they could do it because I felt for the longest time they could do it, and it would turn around. But maybe that's just that dream philosophy of we've seen this team do it before. You go by history, you go by stats. They've done it before. You go by percentages. They can do it. And then you constantly see the dropped passes at timely situations. You can't do it.
This isn't 2023. They're not turning it around. It's not Christmas. Yeah, it's just not working. It's whatever's happened. I think they don't need a new coach, no nothing like that. But they need something new in the facility. And maybe it's Dave Tobe's got to go. Maybe Dave Tobe hasn't caught up with the new rules for special teams.
And that's an area to freshen things up because Dave's been here since day one of Andy Reid. That's an area, and as good as he is, that's an area where the team can get a fresh voice.
Get a fresh voice.
To give you better field position when you need it.
Right. Like, I just feel like sometimes he has missed the gun with the new rules with either kicking or even with the way he handles punt return. Because I feel like if you had a different special teams coach, there would be no one catching the ball inside the 10. And yet we still see it week in and week out where we're catching the ball inside the 10 trying to return it. And I'm like, why are we doing this?
But as far as the officiating, yeah, I mean, you don't want to complain about it because teams have complained about the Chiefs and officiating for years. Was the officiating bad? Yeah, it was terrible. And I think it's a bad look on the NFL. And again, I keep reminding people, it's not just Chiefs games. And for all these fans just wanting to blame the Chiefs games, they all blame them. The Lions fans spent a full week complaining about the Chiefs and the officials. A full week. Then they had the Buccaneers coming up. And then they got all the calls. And it was the Buccaneers fans complaining about Detroit getting on the calls. It just happens across the NFL. We can't look at a microscope and say, oh, it's just happening in the Chiefs games. No, it's happening everywhere. The officials suck in this league. Dan Orlovsky, who typically hates the Chiefs, it's flat out he does. I've even seen his name floated around for coaching jobs. You kidding me?
I feel like those are parody accounts.
Nah, I hope so. But I never retweet them because there's a ton of parody accounts now. It's funny how the people believe them, too, when you see things.
It's hilarious. I sometimes
like 274 Sports instead of 247 Sports.
I sometimes fall for one, I ain't going to lie.
Dan Orlovsky says the officiating has been very one-sided for Dallas so far. So that was the narrative. That's the narrative that hasn't been there. That's the narrative you need to see go by for the Kansas City Chiefs. But again, as I said, 50 million eyeballs on that. It's a bad look for that product. It is a bad look for your officiating crew, not letting them decide it on the field. 50 million views. That will be the number one, probably regular season, all-time game in ratings forever. 2022 is the record. The Cowboys and the Giants, this one surpassed it. And, as I mentioned earlier, it'll put the Chiefs as number 1, 2, 3, and 4 highest-rated games this year. Every single streaming service has used the Chiefs as their first game. The NFL uses the Chiefs all the time. Hey, not saying you owe the Chiefs calls, but you owe the Chiefs better officiating than what they had yesterday. Flat out. Chiefs make this league money. And that's not just Chiefs deal. It's the NFL. It's the betting public. It's everybody with crap holding calls, defensive. Again, we haven't seen this many PIs in 35 years that you saw in the second half of that game.
It was insane.
And then Pickens taking the helmet coming off.
I don't really care about the refs. Like, I get it. You can say what you want about it, but it's like, if you're a good enough team, you do well enough where you don't have to worry about the refs dictating stuff, and you don't hear us complaining about it. And I'm not a person that's going to complain about the refs. So it's like,
Because all the drop passes and the mental mistakes they made.
Well, right.
Yeah, I mean, you get to counteract what the officials are doing. They didn't do it. But the officiating did suck. I mean, flat out, being honest, it sucked.
But it didn't just suck for our game, Bink. It sucked for every game.
Yeah.
Okay.
The NFL, the highest paid officials per game in all of professional sports. Where guys are tax guys, pilots, lawyers, and nonprofit CEOs in the offseason instead of studying the play and being full-time officials like some of them are.
Well, they need to get paid better. That's on the NFL. That's not anything
Six
on them.
figures, travel in first class, stay in great hotels, and you can't call a damn game right.
They're humans,
pathetic.
Bink. They're humans.
It's humans, but humans make mistakes, and that
umpires
crew
make
yesterday made a
mistakes.
ton of mistakes. And hopefully, they're not calling any playoff game because that had 50 million eyeballs on seeing how crap they were.
All right, Bink.
Mahomes, after the game, says, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you've got to win every game now, and hope that's enough. See, he's right there, man, and hope that's enough. You can win all these games, but now you're in the situation of hoping that's enough. He goes, quote, so I mean, we're going to play a lot of good football teams coming up. If we're going to make the playoffs, we're going to have to win them all. And that's got to be the mindset. That's got to be their mindset. And he's right, too, and he says, we're good enough to beat the great teams, and we're bad at, we make mistakes enough to lose to the bad ones, too. That's 100% true. The Chiefs are one of the hardest teams to figure out because they're good enough to beat the best, and they're bad enough to lose to the best. Even the bad teams, they're good enough to lose to.
Well, yeah.
And that's the scary part about it.
I mean, that was a time for last year, it felt like, where you could lose to any team the way they were playing. This year, it's come true because they haven't been clutch in those situations that they were last year. So, yeah, they could lose to anyone. They could beat anyone. Hell, they beat themselves half the time it happens. So, yeah, it's a true story where they're so close, yet so far away from being good to great.
What do you think is the key? Is it the timely errors? We take the officiating out of it. Mental mistakes. The game calling can be predictable at times. First 15 plays look great. Then it becomes kind of predictable what they're doing.
I just think the in-game adjustments have sucked from all coaching, whether it be Andy Reid, Spagnuolo, Matt Nagy, whoever. It's just been a terrible season of in-game coaching where they don't change for the flow of the game. I've said this all year. I thought Spags so far this year has had his worst year coaching with the Chiefs because of the way he hasn't adjusted in game. It started with week 1 against the Chargers where he didn't adjust to what they did. Instead of them running the ball like they thought, they threw the ball all over you. Then you go to Jacksonville, you don't adjust for Trevor Lawrence's legs, and you never did in the second half. And it happens over and over again. And so his in-game adjustment yesterday did not happen. Instead of going to a blitz zone, he decided to stay in man-to-man as the blitz. And I get it. Your defensive line is not getting any pressure on Dak, so you have to bring the blitz, but you've got to change up your look. You can't keep going to man-to-man when Watson and McDuffie are getting beat by CD and Pickens all day.
The physical receivers, Andy Reid talked about them being physical. The Chiefs' corners played them like they should. They were getting pushed around themselves, and they were calling on the Chiefs. That's the problem. That was what they were tasked to do because you're going against bigger physical receivers like the Cowboys had. But you had to be careful. Ticky-tack penalties were being called on the Chiefs, but that's the direction they were going. That's what you had to expect. They were doing that. The draft this year, you've got to hit on your draft picks. They've been very good at drafting in the past. Very good. Most of these draft classes have been good. They've helped the team. Josh Simmons, their first pick, that's incomplete at this point. We don't know. He looks good. That looks good. Looks like they have their left tackle as a future, so that's probably a win there. Omar Norman-Lott gets hurt. We don't know. We don't know his impact. Ashton Gelati shows flashes at times. Not complete. You're not getting a complete deal from Ashton. Noah Williams had, seven snaps yesterday? I think Noah Williams deserves a lot more snaps than what he's getting.
Noah Williams, I think should be in over Cook. Cook, as C-Dot would say, is barbecue chicken. Not Cook.
But Noah's a corner, yeah.
Connor. Jamari Connor is
and
barbecue
he can do
chicken.
Both.
Oh, God.
Jalen Royals, haven't seen him at all. That's a whiff there. Jeffrey Bossa, good special teams, but we're not seeing a whole lot else. Brashard Smith,
he's been
good in flashes, but they don't trust him enough to run the ball.
Well, I figured that was going to happen.
But they needed a running. But they needed a running back.
I know they did, but I'm just saying.
So
when
he
they
had
drafted
expectations.
When they drafted him, I didn't see him as a running back. I said this all the time, all offseason. He's not a running back.
And he wasn't for 3 years. He was a Miami receiver.
Right.
He had a good year at SMU as a running back. But they needed more of a running back than what they got in the 7th round. They just did. This is something they should have addressed in the 3rd round, the 4th round, you name it. And I've always been a fan of taking 2 receivers.
You're always on that. Yeah, I know you are.
Because of who your quarterback is.
You also need to help your defense out more.
They've done that. They keep drafting for defense. Hell, in 23 when they drafted Kansas City, 5 of 7 picks were defensive guys.
But they keep missing on them.
They have at times, and other times they've helped. McDuffie, for the most part, this was a bad game for him, but they hit on Watson in the 7th round. They hit on Trey McDuffie in the 1st. Bad games for him. They hit on Leo Chanel.
Right, Leo Chanel's a stud. George Karlaftis is a stud, but you could agree maybe they overpaid for him in an extension. Would you say that?
Felix has been a whiff.
Well, Felix is a huge whiff. And like most people said, if it wasn't in Kansas City, they'd probably trade out of that pick. But do you think they gave Karlaftis an extension too early, too soon?
I'm going to say no.
Okay.
Only because his money is going to be hovering from 15 to 20 after this year. So they got in a little bit cheaper. I thought he gave kind of a hometown discount. He's been a very good player at times. Yesterday was an exception because he wasn't good.
Right. No one was good on the defensive line yesterday. I don't care what you say. Chris Jones made 1 or 2 good plays. That was it. That was the problem that was happening with the defense yesterday. Your defensive line put so much pressure on the back end because they couldn't get pressure on the quarterback.
They've made such an emphasis to have a top 5 defense, which they're 4th in scoring this year, 4th in scoring last year, number 2 in scoring defense the year before. Good defenses, but you got to remember who your quarterback is. Like, the quarterback is the best player on that team. The quarterback needs weapons to facilitate that offense. And they've worked on the offensive line. Yeah, Trey Smith was a good draft pick. Creed Humphrey was a good draft pick. We'll see about Josh Simmons. He looks like to be a good draft pick. Got to get weapons, though. And I know Worthy's here and Rice is here. You need more than that. You need more than that. Because when you deal with the injuries, the suspensions, everything else, you need more than that. Because when they're not playing, you don't have crap. You don't. You're making do with Mahomes running for 67 yards a game.
I would say it's easier to get a free agent wide receiver than it is to get a free agent defensive lineman.
Except you're paying that tax. You're paying at least $30 million for an elite receiver. And if you draft them, you're not paying that.
You don't need an elite receiver with those two.
Then that's when you go through the draft. For a decent receiver, you're paying $25 to $30 million. You're paying heavy footage on it. And if they want to sign McDuffie again, if they want to give Rice an extension, there's only so much money can go around. That's why you have to do damage in the draft with receivers.
But you also have to go after other needs in this team. There's so much more needs than a wide receiver.
There's a lot of needs. But receiver, I do feel, is another one. Tight end, running back, wide receiver, defensive line, corner help. Yeah, there's a lot of needs for this Chiefs team.
There is a lot of needs, and I think wide receiver is maybe 3rd or 4th on that list.
When they have a 1st rounder, a 2nd rounder, a 3rd rounder, 2 4th rounders, a 5th rounder, and possibly with comps, a 7th rounder, it gets thinner. You got to hit on them, man. You can't have a bunch of guys with incompletes at the end of the year. Well, they won a Super Bowl with the draft class.
Josh Simmons has been good when he's on the field.
That's what I'm saying. I think you've got the left tackle satisfied at this point, which is great. Right. They had to because they spent 2 years trying to find it.
Exactly.
Kingsley was drafted in the 2nd round to be that guy.
And now he
wasn't
really
that
good.
guy, so you had to go back in the 1st round this year and get Josh Simmons.
I will say he has looked good at tackle. Kingsley has looked good at tackle.
But you got your left guard in Kingsley, and because he wasn't your elite tackle, so you've spent the last 2 years high draft picks on the left side of your line.
Well, yeah.
It's time to get receivers. It is.
You just can't go out there and go every year one wide receiver.
Mahomes is getting into his 30s. He needs receivers now.
Hey, dude, but you can't just go after round 1 wide receiver when that is not your biggest need.
But who's their best player?
Patrick Mahomes.
What does Patrick Mahomes need? They got the line for him, hopefully, at some point, even though he's running like hell now.
If he's your best player, then why do you need to go get a wide receiver for him? He should make do with what's there.
Did Peyton Manning just make do with Reggie Wayne and Marvin Harrison? No.
Did Tom Brady make do with what he got? Yeah.
Tom Brady's different.
Oh, okay.
Did Joe Montana, Steve Young do without Jerry Rice? Clark? I mean.
I'm just saying, there's way bigger needs. You should not be using a round 1 pick on wide receiver. You shouldn't probably use a round 2. Go 3 with
But if Kelsey's gone and you don't have the dependable tight end, who you going to throw to? Who's going to be that dependable guy? Because I'm telling you this much, Rice is going to get doubled and shadowed a hell of a lot more without Kelsey in the offense.
I think you would probably rely on Gray.
For what?
I'm telling you, he's a good safety blanket. You're not going to find another Travis Kelce.
No. That's evident. I'm just saying, you need to eat. Mom's going to be in his 30s now. He's in his 30s now.
I'm
You're
just
going to
saying,
need
you
more
can't
wide receivers.
If he's the best, as people say, he doesn't need to have all this help. Oh, he's got 2 good receivers. He needs a third to be that guy. No, he should make do with what he's got, and you should help the defense out.
Bottom line is, they need a lot. And you know they need a lot. I know they need a lot. But again, I could be sold on defensive line edge for this first round. But you better go in the second for tight end or wide receiver. Can't just bank on defense totally.
I'm not saying you bank on defense totally. I'm just saying the first 2 picks I think should be defense.
Coming up next, we'll update what's going on with Kansas and bowl eligibility as they battle Utah and also the Egg Bowl on as well. And back to the Kansas City Chiefs and Dallas Cowboys next.
You're listening to Black Friday football coverage with Jay Binkley and JT Noah on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan.
BetMGM is coming soon to Missouri. Sports fans in Missouri can pre-register and get up to $1,500 paid back in bonus bets if their first bet loses. Plus, an additional $100 in bonus bets if they deposit before December 1st. Enjoy a betting app that was designed for game day with features like live bets, same-game parlays, BetMGM rewards points, and surprise boosts dropping in your account all throughout the season. It's everything a sports fan could want in one app. BetMGM is coming to Missouri on December 1st. Pre-register today. BetMGM. Make it legendary. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 and older. Only. Missouri. Only. New customer offers. Subject to eligibility requirements and minimum deposit of $10. Bonus bets are non-withdrawable and expire in 7 days. Please gamble responsibly. Pending BetMGM's licensure as a mobile sports wagering operator with the Missouri Gambling Commission registered for a Missouri online sport wagering account starting 11/17. BetMGM's insurance of welcome offer is conditional on full.
This holiday, Verizon is helping you bundle up incredible gifts and savings. You'll get the latest phone with a new line on My Plan and a brand new smartwatch and tablet. No trade-in needed. Visit a Verizon store today. Service plan required for watch and tablet. Additional terms apply.
Hey, Zach. Are you smiling at my gorgeous canyon view?
No, Donald. I'm smiling because I've got something I want to tell the whole world.
Well, do it. Shout it out.
T-Mobile's got home internet.
Whoa, I love that echo. T-Mobile's got home internet.
How much is it?
Look at that, Zach. We got the neighbors' attention.
Just $35 a month. And you love a great deal, Denise.
Plus, they've got a 5-year price guarantee. That's 5 whole trips around the sun.
I'm switching. Me too.
Yes, T-Mobile home internet for the neighborhood.
Donald, you still haven't returned my weed whacker.
Carl, don't you embarrass me like this, please.
What's everyone yelling about?
T-Mobile's got home internet.
And Donald's got my weed whacker.
Yes, T-Mobile's got home internet. Just $35 a month with auto pay and any voice line. And it's guaranteed for 5 years.
Beautiful yodeling, Carl.
Taxes and fees apply. See T-Mobile.com/ISP for details and exclusions.
Hey, it's Alex Gold, and I'm back in an F-150 thanks to Shawnee Mission Ford. This one's this beautiful star white color. If you go to my social media at Alex Gold, you can see I put out a video explaining some of the awesome features in this hybrid truck that I'm now driving. And it's a great time for you to go check out the vehicle for yourself at Shawnee Mission Ford because they've got their blue event going on starting on Black Friday, going through Cyber Monday, where they're offering an additional $500 to you with any vehicle purchase. You still get the giant discounts, the top trade-in values, and 0% on most new vehicles. And then they're going to let you decide how you use the $500. You want more discounts, gift cards, or cash? Who's going to complain with that this holiday season? Just tell them how you want to use the $500. That's their way of saying thank you and happy holidays. So make Shawnee Mission Ford part of your Black Friday and Cyber Monday with an additional $500 to you with any vehicle purchase. Shawnee Mission Ford, on a mission to do more.
It's a Red Friday on 96.5 The Fan, and the other place is your sports watching headquarters this fall. Now with 5 great area locations: Shawnee, Olathe, downtown Overland Park, Mission, and Belton. Enjoy Red Friday specials all day.
Get ready, Missouri. FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook, is coming soon. Starting on December 1st, new customers in Missouri can get up to $300 in bonus bets when you make your first $5 bet. From touchdowns to three-pointers, with FanDuel, any play can be the play of the game. With live betting, you can even get in on the action after the game has already started. All on an app that's safe, secure, and easy to use. Visit FanDuel.com/Missouri to learn more. And you'll be all set to bet when FanDuel goes live in Missouri on December 1st. That's FanDuel.com/Missouri. Play your game of FanDuel, the #1 rated sportsbook app. Must be 21 and present in Missouri. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Offer starts 12/1/25. Excludes customers who redeem pre-launch sign-up offer. Bonus issue is non-withdrawable bonus bets which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit fanduel.com/RG.
Target's Black Friday deals are delivering big surprises all week long, like 40 to 50% off top holiday gifts, plus thousands more deals in-store and online, all with free shipping. Load up on all the season's must-haves with huge deals on tech, video games, toys, floor care, clothing for the family, and so much more. Hurry, these deals are going fast. 40 to 50% off gifts and Saturday. Only at Target. Free shipping applies to orders over $35.
You've got a big day, so you use Unstoppable scent boosters to give your laundry non-stop freshness. So no matter how long the day goes, you
can't stop this power, this walk, this pose, this strut, this look, this talk.
Your clothes will be so fresh you can confidently strut into that end of the day meeting like a
boss, 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 bosses. Let's talk business in my office.
Add new Unstoppable beads to your wash for 24-hour non-stop freshness so you can smell unstoppable.
If you've been waiting to try learning a new language with Babbel, now is the time. Black Friday has come early this year. Babbel's biggest sale is happening now. Unlock all of the languages on Babbel with a lifetime subscription at our best price of the year, which means a small investment for all your big adventures. Babbel's bite-sized lessons fit easily into your daily routine and are easy to remember. Plus, Babbel teaches you relevant words and phrases so you can start speaking with confidence in as little as 3 weeks. And with a lifetime access to all of Babbel's languages, lessons, podcasts, and cultural insights, just imagine what you can do, or rather, where you could go. So if you've been putting off booking that pastry pilgrimage to France for fear of mispronouncing croissant, take advantage of Babbel's biggest sale of the season. Where will Babbel take you? Find out at Babbel.com. But hurry, this offer ends November 30th. Get Babbel's lifetime access for less for a limited time at Babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram at TheFan965 for behind-the-scenes videos like MVP Monday, Chiefs Take Tuesday, and Best Bets. This is your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan, KFNZ, FM and AM, HD1 and HD2, Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station.
Welcome back to our Black Friday football coverage. Jay Binkley, JT Noah producing the operation. A little bit later for us, JT, than 6 a.m. Well, it's a lot of fun, but man,
it's a lot of fun. You got more energy, I think.
Get more time to slam those Red Bulls.
I don't do energy drinks.
You don't at all?
Nope, no energy or coffee either.
You got a show tomorrow, too, 11 o'clock, right? So on 1660.
1660, the 1 hour dash.
So no coffee for you or anything?
No
Stimulants?
Yeah.
No
Haley,
PEDs?
the fiance, thinks it's wild how I can go 4 hours or 5 hours of sleep and just be ready to run without
You're in your 20s, man. That's what happens. So wait till you get in your 30s, 40s. Maybe you'll start
maybe
slamming some coffee. Yeah, it happens. But good Thanksgiving for you, though. Did you go down to your man cave and not let anybody come down?
Yeah, so we went down to the man cave for the first half, and then somehow I ended up upstairs for most of the second half, and it happens. My grandma was there, and she yelled at me. She used my whole name. She goes, "Why are you cussing at the TV, Jonathan Thomas Allen?" I'm like,
wow, think of full name, man.
I was like,
You're screwed.
I was like, hey, grandma, listen, this is the Chiefs game. She's like, because her husband, my grandpa, was the one that got me into football. And every time we would get loud, she would call him by his full name. She'd be like, Thomas Eugene Mockel, shut your mouth. It's so funny.
I'm curious how people consume the game. I'm curious what happened, at game time. Did you try to do Thanksgiving before, after?
We did ours after the game.
Okay, so it was after the game.
Because it didn't make my parents rush to make it all done before the game.
And it went down to the wire, too, so they didn't know whether
exactly.
make that stuff right.
Plus I had my fiance's before the game, and so it's like it would have worked great to have it after because I was so full before.
Are you still engaged today?
Still engaged today, yeah. Crazy enough.
Yeah. Well, now it's great football on.
Totally
talked
good
about
football,
today.
yeah.
We had Egg Bowl on now. Kansas is playing
And
Utah
if
now.
you're a college basketball fan, they started college basketball at 9 a.m. this morning. Insane.
Well, basketball can chill out for a minute because it's football time for the next couple days.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, basketball and just chill the hell out.
It's not your time, buddy.
I'm still pissed at Seton Hall USC game that
I know how that
delayed
made you-
rankings for 50 minutes.
50 minutes.
When ESPN's got like a million channels. I'm curious. Text line 913-586-7965, the J Southland Tow Service text line. How'd you consume Thanksgiving? Did that ruin your Thanksgiving? Did that ruin your experience when the Chiefs lose on Thanksgiving?
No, it didn't actually. You know what ruined it?
It ruined
was
your
the
Christmas a
It
couple
ruined
years
my
ago.
Christmas a couple years ago. This one it didn't really ruin, and I don't know if it was because this season has just been this kind of season, and it's like, all right, whatever. But it didn't ruin it. It made me mad for like 5 minutes, and I know it's weird, but
I assume the Plaza lights still came on.
yeah, probably. But like, I was not fazed by it because it's happened all year, right? That's how it feels.
Yeah, same way. I'm just curious how people felt, how they received Thanksgiving, what they did, because now it's Black Friday, and I don't know if you're out there at a store in a parking lot in your car waiting, for that store to open. I think the crowds have gone down some, but it doesn't seem like it when you go to these stores. It still looks busy everywhere you're at. Just hop on that phone, wait till halftime, order something online, and just say, deal with it. You can order online. You don't have to go anywhere. You can sit there and watch football. Enjoy the day. But it's one of those days. People are like, well, the Chiefs game was on Thursday. This is fine. You're free now. Well, not really. This is a rivalry weekend. This is a great weekend for college football. 6 games between both teams being ranked going college football today and tomorrow. Then Sunday, you get the NFL. You got chill out, watch Red Zone. Do whatever you want. And I don't know. Is the weather going to snow? Text line, let me know if it's going to snow. I don't know. I see it's going to snow in Iowa a bunch. We getting any here. I know we're going to get a lot of rain. What's the weather? I'm so out of it now because I've just been football mind totally the whole time. Just anything. I've got the hot winter beers. What's a great winter beer right now? And then I'm curious too, text line, what's your favorite leftover now? Now Thanksgiving's done. I'll ask you, JT, what's your favorite leftover right now? Because on 96.5 The Fan on Instagram and on Twitter, it's got the guys answering, what's your favorite leftover now that Thanksgiving's done?
Ooh, favorite leftover. That's a good one.
Yeah, what's your favorite?
I love the stuffing
Okay.
with some green bean casserole.
That's good leftover. What, you go turkey leftovers? You go start making sandwiches at this point?
Yeah. Like I'll make I'll do either, usually it's the ham because the ham's easier to put on a sandwich. So I'll go ham and cheese and I'll put it in like the broiler. So it'd be like a ham and cheese melt on a Hawaiian roll. Oh.
You ever go turkey nachos by day 3?
Dude, day 3, you're doing whatever you can because you're about to throw it away. Because to me, when is the cutoff date for you for Thanksgiving food? Because mine is
probably tomorrow.
Mine's Sunday. So like Sunday, all right, I'm done. But like tonight, we're having leftovers and game night over at my parents' house. It's gonna be fun. And so if there's still a lot left over, I'm probably gonna take my parents have Go containers, and we'll just take some of it with us to my house because. I'm sorry, parents. You probably won't eat it all, so I'll take some with me and I'll help you out, all right?
Take your favorites.
Exactly.
That's the way you do it, JT. The 816 says, totally run their day with the Chiefs losing. Says, I went to bed seething. I'm shopping Royals hats today. Which Royals hats you getting today? You going to get the blue one? You going to get the, still going to wear the white on the front with the logo, the light blue for the, they were just supposed to do just Saturday. They did it for Saturday games. It was just going to be home Saturday games, but they wore it on the road a lot too. You know baseball, they're superstitious. You start going on a roll, you keep wearing the uniform.
Exactly.
Powder blues, the pants, the hat, the different hat, which is, by the way, their batting practice hat that they wore for the Saturdays. I like that hat.
I like
think
that
it's
hat a
good.
lot. But I also think the reason it didn't affect my Thanksgiving as much as the Christmas was is because it was a 3:30 kickoff. It was not that noon kickoff where you watch it right away and you're just ruined.
Is it better losing at the end of the night? Like where the Bengals and Ravens played?
Yeah, I would say it is. In the sense is I can go to sleep and think about it and get it. I like when I go to bed, I'll just flush it right out of my head.
I did wake up pissed still.
See, I woke up
I'm still
pissed
furious
because
about the way
coaching decisions.
And you and I both talked about it and said this. I mean, technically, it wasn't a must-win, JT.
No, we both
Because if
said
you're
it
going
wasn't
to
a
lose one,
must-win.
you could lose one in the NFC.
Yeah.
But it put you in a real pickle going forward.
It took your slim of margin from this to none.
There ain't no margin now.
That's what I'm saying. Your margin went from, oh, here's a little bit to absolutely none.
It's win and get help. But as we see with these teams, there's so much inconsistency. Bad things can happen. Ask Buffalo about bad things happening to them. Yeah, inconsistency.
It's weird.
Who do we look at as being the most consistent teams coming in this year?
Patriots.
We look take them out of
going into this year.
Yeah, we took the Bills, the Ravens. They're the anything but consistency with those teams.
Yeah, you took the Ravens.
Hell, even the Packers are inconsistent. They
And I
look
get
good
it,
yesterday against the
Ravens
Lions.
have had a quarterback problem, but their defense has not been consistent all year.
And the Lions are a mess.
The Lions, they might miss the playoffs.
What a mess.
What a mess. At the beginning of the year, I told you, hey, Ravens, Lions, Chiefs missed the playoffs. What would you say to me?
What are you drinking? I'll have one.
Yeah, because I think all three right now are a real possibility of missing.
Can you imagine not having Mahomes, Goff, Jackson?
Burrow, maybe?
Well, Burrow, I mean, they've won 4 games. It's going to be, it's going to be tough. Even, Drew's a big Bengals guy. It's going to be tough for them. They know it's going to be tough.
Josh Allen not making it? I know they're in
I
right
think
now.
Joshy gets in because the AFC is so weak.
Okay.
I think the NFC is just better right now.
Oh, NFC is totally much better. I would think, like I told you a couple
I
weeks
think
ago.
the Super Bowl champions NFC.
Like I told you a couple weeks ago, I think 3 out of the top 5 teams are NFC. And it might be 4 now.
Yeah.
Because the Rams, to me, are the best team in the NFL.
I agree.
Then it probably goes Eagles. I get it. The Eagles, I would say. Patriots have got to be in there. I'm just thinking off the top of my head. Where do you put the Bears? Let me ask you that part.
I don't know. I mean, Ben Johnson's clearly turned that team around. I mean, they've been winning games at the end.
They're winning games that they never used to win.
They are. I don't know if they're ready for prime time yet.
We'll find out today.
If they do make the postseason, I can see them slipping out and falling out the first round. I think they're formidable for the future. But as of right now, Johnny come lately, like the Colts. But can you do damage in the postseason? I don't see any of those teams doing damage in the postseason. I think they'll both get there.
Do you think? I'm not saying anything like because I know they're an NFC team. But do you think your mind with them would change if they go into Philly today and win?
100%. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Because I
think so. That's the Black Friday NFL game starting in what 2:00?
I thought it was 2:00. Yeah. Philly coming off a bad loss, bad taste in their mouth. If they go into Philly and win that game, that's going to say a lot about Ben Johnson's group.
At 2:00 on Prime.
Oh, so Al Michaels and Kirk Herbstreit, I'm going to go assuming?
Both of them are 8-3.
Yeah.
Is Al working on today?
That's
he
what I'm
probably
wondering.
is because Collinsworth doesn't work Thanksgiving. That's why he wasn't on that game last night.
See, I missed most of the
Andy
game
Reid did the narration for John Madden.
Was it Jason Garrett night last night?
Yeah.
We love that. Yeah.
Reid did a pretty good job on the narration of John Madden stuff.
Oh,
they were friends going forward. But yes, the Bears and Eagles at 2:00 on Prime, mixed in with a great day of college football. I like this Black Friday game. I think it's
Black
great.
Friday is
the NFL
an
does
underrated day for sports football because you got a lot of good rivalries. And you just get to sit back after you go shopping. If you go shopping early in the morning, sit back and watch some football.
The only problem is what a pain in the ass to go to the streaming services and then watch the other games too. You need a dedicated TV.
Yeah.
It sucks, man.
Yeah, Prime is out
hopping
there.
in and out of streaming. Come on.
Yeah, I mean
they do a good job though. You watch Prime Vision, which is like their stat. It looks like a Madden game.
I haven't watched that.
Oh,
yet.
that's a fun way to watch a game. You got to just watch at least 10 minutes of the game that way.
See, a bunch of my buddies on Monday nights, if the Chiefs play, they listen to the Manning cast instead of the regular cast.
Really?
Yeah.
But the Prime Vision's cool because they circle the running back. It looks like a Madden game.
It's the Madden game where it shows the stats and stuff. Yeah.
So Bears and Eagles, pretty good game. Both teams with 8 wins, so that'll be fun to watch at this point. Then, of course, you got the college games and rivalries. We'll get into some of these games to watch as the show progresses. But as far as the Chiefs and feeling down and out because of what happened yesterday, it's what you believed in because the Chiefs are easy to kind of suck you back in because you're thinking, all right, they're going to change things. That's what you hear from the coaching staff and the organization. Hey, we'll clean up a few things. Well, you keep buying it, then it doesn't happen. Like you keep waiting, and then it never happens. 816 says, I wasn't upset. They haven't looked good this year. Yeah, there's been some times, and JT, as we said last week, if you're going to lose one, and I didn't look at this game as a slam dunk at all for the Chiefs, at all. The way the Cowboys playing in Dallas, no.
The numbers said it. A team coming off a short week in overtime, a team going on a short week off an overtime game, the numbers do not align with the Chiefs, not to mention they were on the road. So, yeah, it didn't align, but you would expect the team to come out after their first 15 plays and look better than that. After the first 15, it just looked like the same old team we're used to all year.
And what the hell is happening at halftime? Because that is perfect. When a team defers, you get the ball, you get a pick. Things are going well. You score at the end of the first half. You score at the beginning of the second half.
They didn't do
and
either.
Then you start
They didn't do either
running
this
the
game.
football and taking care of business. But they didn't. And that's the most frustrating when you're not double dipping. The Chiefs are trying to set themselves up because they've been very fortunate with the coin tosses going their direction. And even when they don't, some teams believe in their offense and give the Chiefs just what they want.
The Colts did it last week.
They take the football. And so the Chiefs are getting to begin the second half. That's exactly what they want, what teams are doing. Like, they've been very fortunate with that.
And maybe that's why teams are doing it now, is because they don't trust the Chiefs' offense to score in the second half on the first drive. I don't know. Maybe they know something we don't. But it is wild how it has flipped from the last couple of years to this year where they're not scoring out of halftime.
I know it was a one-score game. Do you look at that game as a one-score game? I don't. I mean, they were down 10. They scored at the end. The Cowboys just downed that at that point. I know technically it's a one-score game.
So here's my thing. I would
look at
say
it that way.
Usually I don't call those a one-score game. But with how much time was left on the clock, you had all three timeouts. There was a chance to get it. Now, if they would have scored, say with 2:05 left on the game clock, you had an onside kick it because you had no timeouts, then I don't count that as a one-score game. But you still had a shot to get the ball back, and you didn't. Your defense didn't get a stop. I would also say, maybe I'm wrong with this, Bink, but I didn't like how Andy Reid used his timeouts on that last possession for the Cowboys. I thought he started using them too early.
I would agree with you on that. For the 816, it says it hurt him a lot, JT, because it's a dagger to the season. Tough pill to swallow, knowing this might be the end. Hell, the Colts game felt that way for a little bit, but they came back and won, and you bought right back in, man. They just bring you back in. They're just right there, and it brings you back in.
Maybe I'm different because I never bought all the way back in.
Okay, it's fair.
So, like, maybe it would have hurt, say you won this game against Dallas, and then you would have lost to Houston. I think that would have hurt me more than what happened this week, and I get it. But
are you going to buy back in if they run the table?
No.
Okay.
I'm not buying back in.
Even if they win by margin of victory, two touchdowns.
Here's the thing. I'm going to be like Rob in 2023. Rob never bought back in. Remember, he always picked against them in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm going to be the Rob of this year and say I'm not buying them in. If they make it to the Super Bowl, obviously I'll be happy. But I'm not a believer in this team going forward this year, so I'm not buying them back in. Now, I'm obviously going to root for them. I'm just not buying into them.
Yeah, and the whole thing is you want to because you've seen them do it before. It's not like you're buying into something that doesn't happen. You buy into something that usually does happen. And when you got Mahomes and what the Chiefs do, that Chiefs magic, they find a way. The magic just ran out. Their magic has run out this year at different times. The 816 tells me rainy all day tomorrow, maybe a flurry. 1 to 3 inches possible Monday, though, JT.
Ooh.
You might be fine with your show tomorrow.
Yeah, we're good
I think
with the
you're just
show.
going to need your raincoat.
Yep, just going to need the raincoat. My grandma bought me a poncho for my birthday. Maybe I use that.
Yeah, you might need it tomorrow.
She goes, I thought you would use a poncho. Okay, Grandma, thank you. I love the support.
You going to talk college football or pro football tomorrow?
I'm going to talk a little bit about Chiefs, and then we're going to get into the college football slate because it's rivalry week.
Yeah, it is. We're going to get to it later on. Chiefs exhauster methods. 913-586-7965 is the phone line. We will take your calls. 913-586-7965. Kind of went away from them there at the beginning. No guests, just me and JT. And talking about this Chiefs. Here's some leftovers, JT, from the 816. Mac and cheese with Tabasco sauce and fresh cracked pepper. Yes, sir.
I'm not a spicy person.
I am, man. Loaded up with hot sauce.
Oh, okay. I
love hot sauce.
So I had to give my dad his Christmas present early this year because I got him a hot sauce advent calendar. You know what an advent calendar is?
Absolutely. Every day is something fun.
Yeah. I got him an advent calendar, 25 days of different hot sauces.
I have an advent calendar for chocolate.
I did that one last year.
And cheese. I've done cheese every day.
Cheese? I'm not a blue cheese fan, so I don't know if I would like all the cheese.
Have you ever done boobs, like the boob of the day?
The boob?
Yeah, boobs.
No, I've not done boobs.
It's like every day is a different surprise.
Apparently, is it a different woman too?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, Bink. Look
Boob
at you.
of the day.
Boob of the day.
816 says cold turkey, cranberry, and ham sandwich. Not a cranberry guy.
Not a cranberry
Never
guy.
have been.
I can do without it.
You know how gross it looks when you take them out of the can. It's all
oh
like
my God,
jiggling
it's like
and
a
stuff.
jiggly thing. Yeah, it looks like that blob from one of those movies.
Yeah, I don't like that too. But most people saying it's they went bed a little bit upset with the game. And I understand that. You sink your heart and your soul into the Chiefs. Matter of fact, all your early Christmas shopping has probably been done with Chiefs stuff.
Yep.
You've probably made a few visits to Rally House or whatever and got all your Chiefs stuff.
Today's a great day to do that. A lot of stuff is on sale. I saw jerseys.
A lot of it's going to be on sale.
Well, yeah, but a lot of jerseys were regular 140 down below 100 today. I saw online.
Yeah. I'm not ready for college basketball, though. Not at all.
You're not a college basketball guy. You're not a basketball guy
No,
in general.
I have liked that much before. I thought it was much different before.
Oh, okay.
It was, you know what it was? JT, when you first started growing up, it was a bigger deal.
Yeah.
I am into it, but wait till the college football and the playoffs and the NFL kind of settles down. Because I believe college basketball more towards March, you know?
Oh, yeah,
when you get into conference season and battling. But right now,
funny,
with these tournaments now.
It's funny to me. I can watch college basketball like all day when it comes to that. But NBA, keep it away from me. I'm not a big NBA guy.
You're not. 8913 says turkey soup.
Turkey soup?
No, thank you.
Is soup a meal or a side?
I guess it could be both. We had soup yesterday with the Chiefs game.
Okay. What kind?
It was like a cheddar broccoli type soup.
Oh, cheddar broccoli soup is so good.
913 says whiskey calendars are great.
That sounds great.
It does. Whiskey of the day?
What?
Whiskey of the day?
Whiskey of the day, yeah. That'd be nice.
913 says they put a little barbecue sauce on the mac and cheese. That's one way to eat mac and cheese.
That is one way.
That's a Kansas City way to eat mac and cheese, right?
We might be weird, but we don't have mac and cheese with our Thanksgiving.
I did.
Okay.
With
But you do
bacon.
a barbecue.
Barbecue, yes, it was barbecue.
Right, yeah.
It was burnt-ins, brisket, pulled pork. It was very Kansas City themed. We didn't do it because of that. We did it because we like it. It wasn't like, hey, let's do a Kansas City themed Thanksgiving. No, I mean, it happens to work out that way, but, you know.
Right.
By the way, here's another one. Rain all day tomorrow, JT. So we might be all right on that. Of course, that means it's probably going to rain. What, are you going to go by the percentages again? You going to go like 66% chance to snow? Are you going to go 56% chance to snow? Are we going to look at the weather like we do the Chiefs season?
Well, they do usually
56% chance to make the playoffs?
56. I mean, I'm just going to go. Like, if it starts, like, if I get out there and it's snowing pretty good, then it's like, all right, I'll turn around. But if it's just raining, I'm going to go out there and have fun. We're going to have a show for 1 hour, and we're going to give the people what they want on 1660.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you, though. I actually like snow. I know it sounds weird, but I
Better
actually
than
like
ice.
it.
It's better than ice. I would rather have snow.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, ice is like losing to the Cowboys.
Ooh. No, ice is like losing to the Raiders on Christmas Day.
that did ruin Christmas. That was
God,
the
that
Grinch
was
stole
so
Christmas.
bad.
And this year it's gonna be the Broncos. Just give us a good present,
But at
man.
least
Just
it's
give
at
us
night.
something
At least
fun.
it's at night. It is a night game.
But you don't want to go to bed pissed off on Christmas.
Well, no. Again, it's at home, so maybe that's another factor that why I was so pissed about it. Because both the last Christmas game and this Christmas game, say they lose, would be at home. This one was on the road. I just don't know, man. I like being around you, but I had to rush my parents into Christmas morning because we had to be up here for the Chiefs game and all that. So it's like. And I was like, Mom, I'm sorry. Can we open these presents a little quicker? My dad's like, dude, can you stop? I'm like, I gotta go. And they're like, oh my God, okay.
Well, everybody was so excited about the Chiefs on Thanksgiving. They thought that'd be a good matchup with the Cowboys. I mean, all those fan bases that like to see the Chiefs lose, they love this, but they're still watching. And you know what? It's not a myth. It's not a myth. They're watching the Chiefs games. Matter of fact, they're watching them at a record number. Again, after the ratings come out for yesterday's game, the Chiefs will be 1, 2, 3, and 4 highest rated games in the NFL this year. The NFL that's been 65 of the top 70 programs in America have been NFL games. But number 1, 2, 3, and 4 are going to be your Kansas City Chiefs. So people who say they're not watching, they're watching. Don't believe them. It's a myth. Don't believe that little paragraph you see on Twitter with someone can't wait to see them lose or talk about the officials or complain. No. Watch that game with your own eyes and make a realization, do the officials help the Chiefs or not? If you watched that game yesterday, which obviously record numbers did, you'd say, I don't think the Chiefs are getting all the calls anymore. That narrative can now be put to bed.
But now the narrative is, that's why they won it all, because they had the
always
refs.
a narrative.
There's always a narrative.
Always a narrative.
There's always one for the Patriots.
Here's one for the 816, JT. White bread, mayo, turkey, salt, pepper, make a sandwich, nuke for 20 seconds, boom, all you need.
Yeah, that right there sounds about right. That sounds fire.
Do that a brew, sit down, watch football. You have work to do, man.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Cajun turkey from Popeyes. Never had it.
Yeah. I mean, this is not the day to go sit in a parking lot trying to get a sale.
And just think about it.
It's not
just
the day
think
to do
about
it.
next year.
And your wife or
If
girlfriend,
you're a
fiance
Missouri
may
fan,
want you to do it. Just say no. Just say no.
Next year, you're in Missouri. You can bet live right away. Not even have to leave your
Couple days, yeah, till the first.
Next Thanksgiving is going to be hit for the Missouri betting because everyone's going to be full and they're going to be looking at their phone. All right.
Yeah, the Quick Trip Casino goes away. The I-435, people getting over into the Kansas State line goes away. Now that Missouri money staying in Missouri. They don't have to drive to Kansas to make bets or come to work. Come to work in Kansas, which now you're a Kansas resident, JT, so you can do that.
Yep.
913 says they turned the TV off and went to bed. Dang. But you woke up today and you're listening to the radio, and we appreciate
that's
it.
That's an early
appreciate
bedtime on a Thanksgiving.
Yeah, they're just pissed, man.
How do you go straight to bed after a loss?
They had a food coma.
I can't
they
go to
probably
bed
drank
after,
too much.
after
They're like,
a
screw
loss.
it, man.
Like when they lost to the Jags, I stayed up for a good hour and a half just thinking about how they lost that game.
Like Plaza Lights were at 6, 7 o'clock, 6:30, 7 o'clock or something, so you could have watched that afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
How many people actually watched that? Like, la, 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 screw you. Chiefs lost. I don't care.
I forgot that thing is still a thing.
Like, I didn't even want to watch damn lights when the Chiefs lose. Do you?
Do what?
I don't even want to see the lights. Ooh,
No.
Screw it.
Get those off my face. Get those away from me.
I don't even know if people are putting their trees up today. Hopefully they are. Hopefully it's already up.
The fiance
And usually I don't advocate it till the day after Thanksgiving, but might as well get out of the way. There's good football in this weekend.
We're
You don't
doing
be
it this
screwing with
weekend.
that.
We're doing it this weekend. We're going to put it up this weekend.
You don't want to screw with that stuff during football, JT.
We're doing it right and early on Sunday morning. It's only going to take 30 seconds. I mean, the tree just comes out of a box and it's come on, it's an apartment.
It's all your
one.
responsibility.
It's our first year. It ain't nothing fancy.
Is it a pre-lit one?
Yeah, probably.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's even more. You can control them with your phone now and whatever. You can do it from here.
Everything technology.
Technology and stuff. We'll take a time out. We come back, fill you in on some of these college games going on. We have two good ones on right now. If you're a Kansas fan, their bowl eligibility at stake against Utah. If you're a fan of where's Lane Kiffin going, the LSU or staying at Ole Miss, we still don't know the answer, although I believe he's gone if he didn't announce it to his team before the game. But yet that's still part of the equation. And by the way, Kansas really, really close to Utah. I'll tell you that score next.
You're listening to Black Friday football coverage with Jay Binkley and JT Noah on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan.
Inside the Huddle is brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas City. Discover the benefit of blue.
Fast breaks, buzzer beaters, and block parties are back. And however you like to get on the action, you can do it at Underdog right now in Missouri. This season, you can make team picks and player picks. Just download the app, sign up, and you'll get $100 in bonus entries when you make your first $5 fantasy entry. Using Underdog is easy. Just pick whether your favorite team will win or your favorite player will go higher or lower on stats, points, rebounds, steals, and more. Plus, with Underdog's quick payouts, you can get your profits fast. So download the app and use promo code TAP to score $100 in bonus entries when you make your first $5 fantasy entry. Player picks, team picks, all on Underdog. Must be 18 plus and present in Missouri. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
Around here, we've got each other's backs. When it comes to health insurance, we want that same kind of support. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas City gets that. They're from around here too. Backed by the national strength of the Cross and Shield, they help you make confident choices, no matter where you are. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas City. From here for wherever you are. That's the benefit of blue.
This is Kevin Harlan, and the Black Friday sales event is on right now at Rob's Site Ford, but not for long. Hey, Rob, what's cooking this week?
Kevin, we're serving up 0% for 66 months on most new Ford models. F-150s, Escapes, Explorers, Transits, you name it.
That is a full spread of savings, unlike your mashed potatoes last year, which needed a carving knife.
Okay, brisket man, but hey, these deals, certified fresh and only here for 1 week.
You heard the man. Black Friday savings all week, and once they're gone, they're gone. Plus, Kansas City's only top-rated Ford dealer on Google. 4.8 stars, nearly 3,000 reviews. Voted best car dealership in Kansas City by Kansas City Magazine.
At Rob's Site Ford, we keep it simple. Non-commissioned sales team, top trade-in values, and the lowest prices in Kansas City.
135th and State Line or robsite.com.
If you want simple, upfront, and easy, there's only one R that matters: Rob Site Ford. Rob Site Ford. Buy right with Rob Site.
And maybe leave the mashed potatoes to someone else this year.
This holiday, Verizon is helping you bundle up incredible gifts and savings. You'll get the latest phone with a new line on My Plan and a brand new smartwatch and tablet. No trade-in needed. Visit a Verizon store today. Service plan required for watch and tablet. Additional terms apply.
This is Gene at House of Diamonds. No paint-by-number custom jewelry, no bogus sales and financing offers, and absolutely no lab diamond ripoffs. Everything at House of Diamonds is real. House of Diamonds on the southeast corner of College and Quivira.
With the first pick in the McDonald's breakfast draft, I'm going with a tasty sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle sandwich. Bold move, sweet, savory, totally stacked. But wait, that delicious sausage McMuffin with egg sandwich is still on the board. Lucky for me, McD lets you mix and match two for just $5. And right now, any size iced coffee is only $1.89. Breakfast at McDonald's. That's the real winning deal. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
I love a day on the water with friends, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis sometimes holds me back. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy.
Teaching music is my passion, but my active psoriatic arthritis can limit me at times. Now I'm treating my joint symptoms with Skyrizi.
With Skyrizi, most people with plaque psoriasis saw 90% clearer skin at 4 months.
Or if you are an adult with active psoriatic arthritis, Skyrizi helps you move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
There's nothing like clearer skin.
There's nothing like better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from IQ Bar. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at eatiqbar.com/policy/terms of service.
I've got good news and bad news. Here's the bad news. Most protein bars are packed with sugar and unpronounceable ingredients. The good news? There's a better option. I'm Will, and I created IQ Bar plant protein bars to empower doers like you with clean, delicious, low-sugar brain and body fuel. IQ Bars are packed with 12 grams of protein, brain nutrients like magnesium and lion's mane, and zero weird stuff. And right now, you can get 20% off all IQ Bar products, plus free shipping. Try our delicious IQ Bar sampler pack with 7 plant protein bars, 4 hydration mixes, and 4 enhanced coffee sticks. Clean ingredients, amazing taste, and you'll love how you feel. Refuel smarter, hydrate harder, caffeinate larger with IQ Bar.
Now you can get 20% off all IQ Bar products, plus free shipping when you text IQ Bar to 64,000. Text IQ Bar to 64,000 to get your 20% off. That's IQ Bar to 64,000.
Did you hear? Allstate car insurance now costs even less. So when you bundle with home, you can save even more. Check Allstate first to bundle and save with a new lower auto rate. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings may vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
You've got a big day, so you use Unstoppable Scent Boosters to give your laundry non-stop freshness. So no matter how long the day goes, you
can't stop this power, this walk, this pose, this strut, this look, this talk.
Your clothes will be so fresh you can confidently strut into that end of the day meeting like a
boss, 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 bosses. Let's talk business in my office.
Add new Unstoppables beads to your wash for 24-hour non-stop freshness so you can smell unstoppable.
Brought to you by Gomer's. 5 locations in the KC Metro or online at gomers.com.
It's holiday cheers time, and Gomer's Fine Wines and Liquors is here for it. With 5 locations, a wide selection, great prices, and friendly service. Gomer's Fine Wines and Liquors, family-owned and KC proud since 1969.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Welcome back to our Black Friday football coverage. Jay Binkley, JT Noah. We've got halftime now in Utah and Kansas. Utah up just by 3. Just by 3 for a team that's second team out of the playoffs. Utah showed all we need to know about Utah last week. It's Kansas State that was depleted in that game. We saw they wanted Ole Miss, Mississippi State, the Egg Bowl. A 7-point lead for Ole Miss at the time.
Yeah, it's 14-7. It's 4th and 10 for Mississippi State. I believe they'll kick a field goal with 1:50 left before half.
Yeah. If you want to know where the Chiefs are, and if you think the fans are whining about something, and I get there's 5 other teams that have already played NFL games today, but currently right now the Chiefs are 6th in the NFL in penalties, 5th in the NFL in penalty yards. Keep in mind, a couple years ago, they had 137 penalties. Number 2 was 125. So this whole myth about the Chiefs getting all the calls, it's just that. It's a myth. It's people reading a little blurb on Twitter or social media or Facebook and seeing a ref dressed in a Chiefs uniform and coming up to a non-educated opinion that the Chiefs get all the calls. Because they're not watching the games with their own eyes, they're looking at 4 sentences on Twitter and making up their mind. Instead of watching the game, they're doing that. The whole Mahomes is past his prime. I keep seeing this, and it's just laughable. He's just entering his prime. He's just entering his prime now. Can we stop with this? He is number 1 in EPA in passing with quarterbacks. I will talk about his weapons and his offensive line that have let him down. They have. His weapons have let him down. His offensive line has let him down. He's getting sacked all the time. And, yeah, that happens with the injuries. When you lose 3 starting offensive linemen, that's going to suck. Do the receivers let him down? Yeah. Xavier Worthy dropped the pass on a free play that should have counted. Should have extended his arms, made the pass, made the catch. That's what you do in the second year in the NFL when you're first-round pick. You catch the damn football. Rasheed Rice.
That was also a good. I will
dropped
say,
an important ball.
Yeah, he should have reached his hands up, but that was also a really good play by the defender to get his arm in there.
Should have, but it should have been caught.
I thought it was a catch that it hit him in the chest, when in reality his arms got in the way of each other's arms. So I was like, okay.
But these drops keep happening.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a consistency thing. We talk about consistency with this offense. One consistent thing is drops.
It's offensive people around the quarterback letting him down. He's getting sacked. He's always on the run. You got to have trust, man. You got to have trust in your line. You got to have trust in your pass protection, your running back stepping up and pass pro. You've got to trust all that to be efficient. And am I sitting here 30 years old? Is this guy? No, he's in his prime now. We've been over, JT. Drew Brees won an MVP in his 30s, right? Steve Young's whole Hall of Fame career was built in his 30s. Peyton Manning was dominant in his 30s. Hell, Tom Brady was good in his late 30s and his 40s. He built up his numbers then. Aaron Rodgers has won 2 MVPs in his 30s. The guy's been good in his 30s. Remember this whole deal when you see this. Past the prime. Just remember this. Just tell people to hold that energy. Whenever someone says someone's past their prime, especially when a quarterback's 30 years old, tell them to hold that energy. And then come back to them in a year, 2 years, and say, well, what were you saying 2 years ago? What'd you say? Because they said this about Brady, don't forget. They said it in Kansas City, 2014. Chiefs beat the Patriots 41-14. Said he was done. Said he was washed. Calling for his backup. Calling for Jimmy Garoppolo. Bill Belichick famously said on the Cincinnati. That was in Kansas City because they were hammered. What'd they do that year? They went on and won the Super Bowl. Tom Brady went through 5 Super Bowls since the minute they said he was done, he was washed, time to turn it over. He goes to 5 more, wins 4 of them. Was he done? Was he washed? Tell people to hold that energy. Hold that energy. Because you can't go to the Super Bowl every year. As much as you want to, you can't. We forget, they didn't win an AFC title game since January 4th, 1970. They went all the way to the 2019 season in 2020 of winning that first AFC title game. You went 50 years without Super Bowl titles. 5 decades. That's a long time. When you didn't win. You went 22 years without winning a playoff game. Forget that. That just happened. Before Mahomes. Mahomes comes in, you win 17 playoff games. Boom. Alex did win 1. 2015. They went from the 93 season in January of 94, winning a playoff game, all the way till 2015. Actually, it was in 2016, the 2015 season, but technically it was in 2016. So you went from 94 to 2016 without winning a playoff game. That means if you were conceived, born, went all the way through elementary school, all the way through middle school, all the way through high school, all the way through college, sitting in a bar for a year drinking legally, you weren't born the last time the Chiefs won a playoff game. It is not a God-given right to win playoff games. It's just something that we've had. It's something now you come to expect. because of what they've done. They've been to 5 of the last 6 Super Bowls. Super Bowl Sunday now, you gather with your family, your friends, you're watching the Kansas City Chiefs play. Not something we're used to. Used to watching Tom Brady's ass play with the New England Patriots on Super Bowl Sunday. But you're not going to go every year, man. Sometimes you got to hit that reset button. A Super Bowl 57, when they beat the Eagles, they hit the reset button, but it actually turned out well because the draft turned out well. Because they drafted exceptionally well that year they beat the Eagles in the Super Bowl, and you got contributions from those players, like Trent McDuffie, like George Karlaftis, like Jalen Watson in the 7th round, like Najee Johnson. You got contributions from players going forward. And that helped. Just like Brett Veach holding up the Lombardi saying, this is what a rebuild looks like. It doesn't always happen that way. This year's draft class left you with a lot of misses. I get it. It's back to square one in the draft. Right now, someone asked me where they're drafting. Right now, they're drafting 15th. So it can go up or down depending on what they do in the next 5 games.
And, I mean, no, this draft is not loaded like we thought it would be with quarterbacks.
27 looks a lot better.
Right.
The one in D.C. Because that's when you got Hardy and you got Jeremiah Smith.
But the
and
quarterbacks
you got,
aren't even
Ryan
that good
Williams.
this year, so a lot of quarterbacks won't be taken like you think, so other positions will be taken because of the need.
And
for
that's
that.
what hurts.
Exactly.
What hurts
that's what
is
I'm
the
saying.
Nussmeier, the Manning, stuff like this. The guys that are going to be drafted early, Kate Klubnik, those type of guys. And you say, okay, let's have 5 quarterbacks taken. Let's not do that Kenny Pickett where he's only the only first-round quarterback to go. You get 5 selections, and you're sitting there at 15. That means there's only 10 slots, really. Because 5 of those teams are taking quarterbacks, and that's what you want. You want teams to take quarterbacks so there's a tangible player waiting there for the Kansas City Chiefs. Right now, they're drafting 15th. The cutoff line for wild card teams. The wild card losers will be picks number 19 through 24. Divisional round losers will be picks 25 through 28. Conference championship losers will be picks 29 and 30. And Super Bowl teams, of course, will be 31 and 32. And the Chiefs have been drafting 31 or 32 5 of the last 6 years.
They've been doing that high pick where you're not
What's getting Simmons where they did was a home run if it turns out and plays well. That's a home run.
Right,
Getting
exactly. That's why you
he's
take that chance.
probably the best left tackle in the draft, to be honest
That's
with
why
you.
you take that chance right there.
But the injury kind of derailed that.
Yeah.
But sitting at 15th right now, they get into a wild card and they lose the first round, 19 could be the highest spot they draft. The good news is they sit higher in the waiver wire now because it resets every single week.
It's so wild.
They sit one spot ahead of Dallas. Kansas City's drafting 15th. Dallas is drafting 16th. Houston drafting 17th. Detroit drafting 18th. Draft this year is in Pittsburgh, so we'll see what the Chiefs do in that. All right, JT, college football time right now.
Yeah.
You said you're looking forward to the games, not only just today, but tomorrow as well.
Exactly.
We basically get a Saturday today because today you got everything. You got the NFL at 2, and you got college football all damn day long, including right now during the show, you have the Egg Bowl going on and Kansas versus Utah.
Yeah.
All right, what's that look for?
Ole Miss just scored with 5 seconds left before half, a touchdown. The wide receiver somehow got 1 foot down. It's going to be a touchdown.
That's all you need.
It's all you need. He was getting pulled out of bounds, and he dragged the foot to get it in with 7 seconds, so they're about to go up 21-10.
Just like what Ferguson got with Dallas before he jumped into the kettle.
Yeah.
And celebrated the touchdown that was called
that's
back.
That's a dumb rule. If you can get the same foot down twice, like you tap it twice,
Yeah.
to me that should be a touchdown or a catch.
He didn't get that shin down. That shin would have helped him.
Yeah, I know. But good by the defense to get him out of bounds.
So today's games, we're off. Obviously, NFL at 2 o'clock. Black Friday special. Bears. Surprised the Chiefs. Surprised not making a play on one day off. They've done this game before. But the Chiefs are, again, they played on Thanksgiving and they're playing on Christmas. By their choosing, they choose to do that. But you're playing Thanksgiving, playing Christmas. Again, the NFL uses the Kansas City Chiefs. No other way to look at it. The Chiefs are the ratings for them. And you know what? It's going to be a hit when the Chiefs are in the postseason because the Chiefs are 4 of the top 5 watch teams this year. And if they're not in the postseason, yeah, it's funny. They're costing them money. Also, the streaming service's first selection is the Kansas City Chiefs. Not saying they should have had the calls go their way. That's not what I'm saying. Just saying make them accurate. Make them accurate. If you're going to have that many eyeballs on it, have a good damn officiating crew. That's all we ask for. Just call it fair. Not saying give the Chiefs any benefits or not. Just have a good game. Not 5 pass interferences in the second half, the most we've seen in 35 years. We don't want that. We don't want that.
Like, my only argument to the pass interferences, I thought they could have all been no calls. Because I thought all of them were both the corner wide receiver hand fighting.
You were going against physical receivers. Pickens was pushing off and using his hands, and so was Lamb.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying it could have been, to me, where he could have just no called it.
And Josh Simmons had a bogus holding call that wasn't holding. That second call.
And most of the time, I mean, even if we're going to argue about the OPI being called, the guy made the catch. Half the time, it was usually Pickens or CD made the catch even after being DPI'd, they said.
And then his helmet came off, which is normally a 15-yard penalty.
But like we said, I don't think he pulled it off.
It didn't look like it. But he did pull it off to reset it or whatever. So that's how the officials looked at it. Judgment call there. 2:30. So 2 o'clock we have the NFL. 2:30 you got Georgia and Georgia Tech. I'm telling you, man, it's a rivalry game. Last year this goes to 8 OTs. This was a great battle last year between Georgia and Georgia Tech. Then tonight at 6:30, you got the old rivalry from the Southwest Conference. You got Texas A&M and Texas. Texas A&M undefeated. Yeah, that's tonight. Tonight, 6:30.
Wow, I thought that was tomorrow night. I don't know why. Man, that's going to be a great
one. You get that
one.
pleasure tonight, my friend.
Yeah, I get to watch that while I'm doing whatever I'm doing with my family on game night. That's going to be fun.
Well, it sounds like that game's going to be on, too.
That's why I'm saying it's going to be on while I'm playing the game night.
ABC seems to get them all, don't they? Settle in and watch ABC. They get the highest rated games all year. They get the best ones. And then tonight, Arizona versus Arizona State. That's the 8 o'clock game on Fox. Then tomorrow, you turn that corner. If you're a Kansas State fan, you play Colorado on FS1 at 11. A win gets Kansas State in a bowl game. A loss does not. But you're playing Colorado. As again, Colorado's Jelly of the Month Club, the gift that just keeps on giving. So that is good for Kansas State. But Ohio State and Michigan on. Michigan's won the last 4. Ryan Day's 1-4 against Michigan. Holds the national title. Ohio State gets a true test at Michigan. That's going to be a good one, JT. And also, at the same time, Miami and Pitt, both of them ranked, going at it as well. So, again, good football tomorrow at 11. You got Kansas State, Colorado, Ohio State, Michigan, Miami, Pittsburgh. Good 11 o'clock slate.
Yeah. I mean, Ohio State, Michigan's going to be insane because it's in Michigan. It's in Ann Arbor. Can Michigan do it again? Last year, no one thought they could, and they went out there and beat Ohio State, and then Ohio State can hold over. Well, we won the national title that year, so who cares?
At 2:30 tomorrow, you kind of need 4 TVs. Missouri, Arkansas, borderline rivalry. Missouri's won the last, 3?
Yeah,
Arkansas had beat them since, 21? They played 15 times. Missouri's won 11 of them. The series started in 1906. Missouri versus Arkansas at 2:30. Also LSU, Oklahoma. That should be fun. Vandy, Tennessee is another ranked game. Vandy's 14, Tennessee 19. That's going to be fun. To me, that's second TV. And then Missouri, Arkansas, the first one.
Yeah, for the locals, it'll be like that, yeah.
But you might need 4. You might need to pull up that iPad, your phone, whatever, with Oregon and Washington.
Box if you got the YouTube TV.
And watch that. And then at 6:30, you got Alabama, Auburn in the Iron Bowl.
The Iron Bowl always delivers, and it's down in Auburn.
That's why the point spread, I think, is 5.5?
Yeah.
Typically, you expect 13 points, something like that on this game.
Weird things happen in Jordan Air Stadium,
I know.
let me tell you.
Weird things. And Auburn's not giving up,
A timeout
man.
given, that was not a timeout. He was clapping his hands. Remember, Kirby Smart was clapping the hands.
He had the pick 6 in this game, or the kick 6, excuse me, the kick 6.
The kick 6. And remember, 2 games before that was the pass where Georgia tips it and he catches it over his shoulder for the game-winning touchdown. Oh, that was crazy.
And you got Notre Dame and Stanford at 9:30. But nothing's really been resolved. Nothing really has been resolved in this as far as the Big 12 title race and everything going on. The Big 12 scenarios, Texas Tech and BYU can clinch a spot in the title game by just winning this week. They would also be in if Arizona State takes the L to Arizona. So basically, Arizona State, their chance, beating Arizona, seeing UCF upset BYU. That's their chance. The SEC, Texas A&M in the SEC title game with the win, but it's against Texas. Not exactly that easy. But the Aggies vulnerable if they lose because they've their strength of schedule. If Texas A&M loses, it would still make a title game both if Alabama and Mississippi both lose. Mississippi's got that lead right now, right? So put it this way, A&M wins, Alabama wins, they're both in. But both of them, face tough games. A&M, Texas, tough. Alabama, Auburn, never know what happens in a rivalry game.
Say that. So if A&M wins, they're in.
They're in.
Is Georgia already in?
Georgia's a little bit different. They're in if either Alabama or A&M loses. So if either one loses and they beat Georgia Tech, they could be in.
Okay.
They may not want to, though. They're still going to the playoffs regardless.
Right.
So it'd be an extra game.
But
to win
Alabama has to win. If Alabama loses this game, they're out, in my opinion.
Alabama in with the win, out with the loss. That's simple.
With the SEC championship?
Yep.
Well, I'm saying if they lose, I'm saying if Alabama needs to win this game no matter what for college football stake too, because if they don't win this game, they'll probably get knocked out of the playoffs.
In the Big Ten, if Ohio State beats Michigan, they'll face Indiana in the title game. It's true even if the Hoosiers lose to Washington, because Indiana would win a tiebreaker with Oregon for the second slot, if that makes sense. AP put this out. I mean, it's a roadmap for all these games. Like, nothing's been decided. It's what makes it fun. If Michigan beats Ohio State and Oregon and Indiana both lose, the title game would be Michigan versus Ohio State. Make sense to you?
Makes sense.
I'm telling you, man, this thing is all up and down. And the ACC, Virginia and SMU can each wrap up a chance at the ACC title game with the win. Pitt can make it in with a win and a loss by Virginia or SMU. I'm telling you, man, so many things can be decided on what goes on. And JT, because you're a Division II guy, just like me. Pitt State, they play tomorrow in the second round of the playoffs versus Harding. In Searcy, Arkansas.
Harding's a good team.
They beat Northwest Missouri State last year.
Yeah.
So Pittsburgh State, the team remaining.
So, yeah, that's going to be a good game in D2.
I agree with you on that. Now, what's funny is, before the game, the Egg Bowl that's going on now, Lane Kiffin was talking to Marty Smith from ESPN. Listen to what a rivalry game does. This is Lane, who just had to get out what Mississippi State did to their locker room. Listen to this.
All right, Lane, trying to win the Egg Bowl for the third consecutive year, earned the first 11-win regular season in the history of Ole Miss football here at the Egg Bowl. Define for me this rivalry from your perspective.
Well, you can hear these fans already out here, and so this will be a great game today. It's a very passionate rivalry. I mean, shoot, at 10 o'clock last night, luckily, our great Ken Crane, our equipment manager, put cameras, secret cameras in the locker room, so we could watch Mississippi State break into our locker room and start stealing things. We reported to Mississippi State. They said, we'll put security. And how about this? At 3 o'clock in the morning, they break in again and take Trinidad's jersey. So I guess you expect nothing less from these people.
See, that's what a rivalry is all about, man. You call Mississippi State, they put security on it, but they still broke in and stole a jersey. You buying this? I mean, clearly people are taking money.
I need the film. I need to see the film. I need to see it before I believe this man.
And you know your players aren't keeping money or their watches or jewelry or anything else. They're keeping that at the team hotel. But again, that's what rivalries do, is you can hear the cowbells going strong for Mississippi State before that game. But that's what makes rivalries game are fun. And again, Ole Miss up 21-10 at halftime. Kansas now in the third against Utah. They have the ball in their driving.
Are you surprised how low scoring that game is? 10-7?
Utah's weird, though, man. Just like Kansas State gave them everything they wanted without their top player on offense and defense, and Joe Jackson goes off for 293. They gave up 472 rushing. It's anybody's game. Kansas backs against the wall, man.
Kansas
they want to make that bowl
man,
game.
Everyone was saying if Kansas, it was so weird. Last week, Kansas, everyone was like, hey, if Leipold doesn't get to a bowl game next year, we think we should move on. Well, what if he gets to the bowl game this year? Like, does he get another year? Like, what's your thoughts on Leipold? Because I thought it would be a quick trigger to fire him if he doesn't make a bowl game next year.
Well, this year I think he's fine, only because the talent pool, everybody's staying there. I mean, you don't want to be in that mix of those 10 teams looking for coaches. You don't have to be satisfied with somebody that's not there. That's the thing. It's attrition with some of these coaches, whether you make a move on them or not, because you better be damn sure if you're not getting it, if you're getting a quality coach to come in. Because Eric Morris was going to be a backup plan, I think, for some of these schools to do it, but he chooses Oklahoma State. But CBS had K-State going to the Independence Bowl. ESPN said the Armed Forces Bowl for Kansas State. Keep in mind, ESPN also said the Liberty Bowl. The Athletic said the Independence Bowl. Sports Illustrated said the Liberty Bowl for Kansas State. Athlon said the Independence Bowl for Kansas State. So just keep in mind, this could go – Kansas could be in line for these too. They could be just in line with these bowl tie-ins from the Big 12 that Kansas State is in.
Yeah, and I would also say is like, I think with it being rivalry week, I hate that how Georgia Tech and Georgia are playing at a neutral field. I want that at I want it at campus field.
There's a scenario where Nebraska played Missouri in a bowl game. Missouri's bowl option is probably the Music City Bowl.
I think
Duke's Mayo Bowl. They pour the mayonnaise.
I would love the Duke's Mayo Bowl. I think Eli getting
Texas Bowl
dunked with mayo would be hilarious.
What's what they's doing there? You see the Cheez-It Bowl, what they used to do? They pour the cheese in, so you're not getting
or
the water.
The Pop-Tart where the Pop-Tart goes down.
That mayo, the coach actually sits there, right, afterwards, and they dump it like ceremoniously on his head. That would suck. You would take water any day over that.
Oh, yeah, that mayo's thick and gooey. Oh, yeah.
The Pop-Tart Bowl is actually the fun one.
I love the Pop-Tart
When the
Bowl.
MVP can choose the flavor of the Pop-Tart.
Yeah, what's your favorite flavor?
Cookies and cream.
That's a good one. I'm a s'mores guy.
That's a good one, too. You're not a traditionalist with the cherry Pop-Tart or strawberry. I like this.
Haley loves strawberry. But
They had a cookie dough one, too.
Yeah, chocolate chip cookie dough is a good one. I'm a fancy guy, I guess, or a guy that doesn't care about the originals. Like brown sugar cinnamon's good, but if I can get a different one like s'mores or chocolate chip cookie dough, yeah, I'm taking those two.
Text line asked me, Bink, if they run the table, they still get in? I'll tell you after the break.
You're listening to Black Friday football coverage with Jay Binkley and JT Noah on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5, The Fan.
What's up, Missouri? Tony Gonzalez here. I've spent a lot of Sundays right here playing in front of the best fans in football. And now it's almost your turn to get in the game because DraftKings Sportsbook is coming to the Show Me State on December 1st. Soon you'll get fast payouts when you win, a safe and secure app that's easy to use, and promos that keep the action going all season long. It's America's top-rated sportsbook app. New customers can sign up right now and score $300 in bonus bets on launch day, December 1st.
Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code 965. New Missouri customers, sign up today and score $300 in bonus bets once we're live. That's code 965. In partnership with DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 and over. Physically present in Missouri. Eligibility restrictions apply. Terms at DraftKings.com/sportsbook. Subject to regulatory licensing requirements. Bonus bets are non-withdrawable and expire 7 days after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos.
Around here, we've got each other's backs. When it comes to health insurance, we want that same kind of support. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas City gets that. They're from around here too. Backed by the national strength of the Cross and Shield, they help you make confident choices, no matter where you are. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas City. From here for wherever you are. That's the benefit of blue.
Hey, this is Frank from Woodyard Barbecue, and we have $20 slabs of baby backs and $2 beers for the rest of 2025. With family gatherings happening, Woodyard can cater any size event. We also have firewood, oak for the fireplace, pinyon for the fire pit, and hickory, pecan, and cherry for the smoker. We sell it all by the log or by the bag. We've been in business for over 100 years and are proud to be part of Kansas City barbecue history. Find us at 3001 Merriam Lane in KCK or online at woodyardbbq.com. Kansas City has the best fans and the best barbecue. Eat it, smoke it, live it, Woodyard Barbecue.
Dane Hughes here. I've seen a lot of stat lines in my playing days, but these numbers, they caught my attention. Flight by Yingling. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, and all the crisp, refreshing flavor you want in a light beer. It's brewed by the oldest brewery in America, so you know it's got some serious history behind it. If you're into stats and taste, you're going to love this beer. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer and the official beer of Dane and Hughes. DG Yingling & Son, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
Get ready, Missouri. FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook, is coming soon. Starting on December 1st, new customers in Missouri can get up to $300 in bonus bets when you make your first $5 bet. From touchdowns to three-pointers, with FanDuel, any play can be the play of the game. With live betting, you can even get in on the action after the game has already started. All on an app that's safe, secure, and easy to use. Visit FanDuel.com/Missouri to learn more. And you'll be all set to bet when FanDuel goes live in Missouri on December 1st. That's FanDuel.com/Missouri. Play your game of FanDuel, the #1 rated sportsbook app. Must be 21 and present in Missouri. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Offer starts 12/1/25. Excludes customers who redeem pre-launch sign-up offer. Bonus issue is non-withdrawable bonus bets which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit FanDuel.com/RG.
Hi there, I'm Charlie. And I'm Carter. Our dad is Rex with Rex Buys KC. If you're thinking about selling a home in Kansas City and don't know where to start, our dad can help. Sometimes life throws curveballs, like moving for a new job, dealing with a divorce, or inheriting a house you weren't expecting. Dad doesn't just make offers, he talks with people to help them understand all of their options. No pressure, and it doesn't cost anything to talk with his team. He's a local home buyer who really knows Kansas City. If selling to him is the right choice, he'll give you a fair cash offer, and you can close on your timeline even in as little as 7 days. He buys homes in any condition. No need for repairs, no fees, no surprises. Just an honest, easy process so you feel good about your decision. Want to talk to him? Call 816-330-6000 or go to rexbuyskc.com. Rex Buys KC, helping people make smart choices one home at a time.
Never have I ever called my sister from the finish line of my first marathon.
Hello?
You won't believe where I am.
Are you running?
Mile 26. I'm gonna make it.
Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e with its advanced camera system on us. Plus, 2 lines for just $30 a line.
Guys, I can't believe it.
I knew you could do it, babe.
That was amazing. Mom, how do you feel? I feel great. I can't feel my feet. Let's take a picture, and then you may carry me to the car.
Share every stride, every mile, every memory on America's best network. Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e on us and 2 lines for just $30 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 eligible port-ins on Essentials 55 Plus for well-qualified customers with AutoPay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 128 gigabytes, $599.99 required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com. By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from IQ Bar. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at eatiqbar.com/policy/terms of service.
I've got good news and bad news. Here's the bad news. Most protein bars are packed with sugar and unpronounceable ingredients. The good news? There's a better option. I'm Will, and I created IQ Bar plant protein bars to empower doers like you with clean, delicious, low-sugar brain and body fuel. IQ bars are packed with 12 grams of protein, brain nutrients like magnesium and lion's mane, and 0 weird stuff. And right now, you can get 20% off all IQ Bar products, plus free shipping. Try our delicious IQ Bar sampler pack with 7 plant protein bars, 4 hydration mixes, and 4 enhanced coffee sticks. Clean ingredients, amazing taste, and you'll love how you feel. Refuel smarter, hydrate harder, caffeinate larger with IQ Bar.
Now you can get 20% off all IQ Bar products, plus free shipping when you text IQ Bar to 64,000. Text IQ Bar to 64,000 to get your 20% off. That's IQ Bar to 64,000.
Inside the Huddle is brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas City. Discover the benefit of blue.
Hey, it's Rashi Rice. The Chiefs Radio Network pregame show starts 3 hours before kickoff, right here on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan.
KFNC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2 Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station.
1 o'clock hour, Jay Binkley, JT Noah. Don't forget CDOT and Nathan Williams have you covered. All address, we heard Rasheed Rice there with that promo. Text line saying, what about you wanted to pay Rasheed Rice a few weeks ago? Yeah, I still do. An extension. Why? Because I think you get a hell of a deal. Is he your best receiver on this team? 100%. Does he have a connection with Mahomes? Yeah. Does he drop the ball sometimes in key situations? 100% yes. Most guys do, but yes, I'd pay Rasheed Rice because you're not going to pay top dollar for him at this point, but you can't extend him. Again, you're not going to be paying that $30 million a year. With everything that's gone on, you probably get a pretty good deal out of it as well. Also, it's from YouTube, the YouTube commenters, JT. Never heard somebody so excited about meaningless college games. They're not meaningless, man. We're talking bowl eligibility for some of these teams. We're talking about playoff chance. We're talking getting to the title games, ACC or Big 12. This is a great college football weekend. And it's just not me. It's just not JT. It's the ratings across America, my friend. There's more than just you that may not be interested in football or not. There's a bunch of people that are.
I mean, I'm excited for it because of all the drama with the coaching. Yeah. And there's so much going on with the coaching. Like, there's rumors this week that, hey, if Alabama loses, watch out for DeBoer maybe to leave. Like, those things are so fun that get the viewers going. Iron Bowl is such a good classic rivalry. The Egg Bowl, man, oh man, does that go back?
We got a team sneaking in at 3 a.m. to, quote, steal stuff if they did it.
Please, let's get over it. I do miss though.
I mean, if there's video, we got video, right? Where's that?
I do miss having Mizzou and KU on the showdown, but that's okay. The border war.
Well, the bottom line is the local schools have something to play for. Kansas is up 14-10 right now on Utah, playing to get to a bowl game.
And everyone had counted Kansas out after last week's loss to Iowa State. Like, oh man, they ain't gonna make a bowl. And now look at them. Utah, for some reason, still has a chance to get into playoffs, which I don't believe. I think BYU.
Yeah, that's not.
I think BYU.
And hopefully the committee sees that.
Yeah, I think BYU should be in, but that's beside the point. We'll see if BYU gets in.
And as far as Kansas State, chance to get to a bowl game with the win over Colorado tomorrow, something they should do, to be honest with you.
They should beat Colorado.
Missouri's got a game.
Bad.
Missouri could end up Music City Bowl against Nebraska. Wouldn't that be fun? You talk about a lot of fan bases there between Missouri fans, Nebraska. I think that game would be fun. Music City Bowl.
I would rather be.
If you're going to play a meaningless bowl game, have it between two fan bases.
I want
that
Duke
make it
Mayo's
fun.
Bowl. I want the Duke Mayo's Bowl. That'd be fun to watch Eli get dunked in Mayo.
You'd rather see that than Nebraska? I mean, I don't care. It's just, they don't matter. Of
They
course,
don't
if you're in a
matter,
bowl game,
no.
they don't matter. But I think when you have two fan bases like Nebraska, like Missouri, it'd be fun.
Yeah, we'll see. I think. Yeah, I'm not a. I wouldn't care who we play, so I'm gonna watch it regardless. But I think it would bring more viewers, I guess, if it was Nebraska versus Missouri, just because of the history with those two.
It'd be fun, but there's a lot on the line between the
Also,
day.
Nebraska
between
just
them
gives
all.
me PTSD because of Dominic Sue just destroying Chase Daniels.
We have the 5th college football rankings for the playoffs coming out. The playoffs are fun. Like, I don't care if you're a casual football fan. Do you not watch the playoffs? Are you not interested in seeing what's going on in these playoffs? Because the college football playoffs are a ton of fun. And not only that, you fancy yourself a Chiefs fan, Chiefs draft fan, you're going to watch possible picks for the Kansas City Chiefs. Remember, they're picking 15. And you know what? The college football playoff is loaded with top 15 talent in the NFL draft. Loaded. Every week, Chris and Nocero and I look at the matchups and say, all right, this is the one the scouts are at. This is the one you want to watch. There's a ton of talent there. And the Chiefs are actually picking in a place at this point to get a lot of talent. Now, the quarterbacks have let the Chiefs down because the quarterbacks getting those first-round grades have completely let them down. Because now you got Arch. He had a good game last game. Probably should go back. Probably should listen to his grandpa and go back to college for one more year. Help that draft stock. But 27 draft's going to be absolutely loaded.
Yeah, it's
But you don't want to be picking at 15 and 27.
No.
But you could. What you need is quarterbacks. The Chiefs need quarterbacks to go out and do something for them. Are you for paying Rasheed Rice after the season?
Yes, I guess, because I think you could get him for cheaper than what he's going to ask for.
You get a deal.
Yeah, but
here's the thing. Here's the reason why you can do it, and you're not seeing it out there a lot. But this will be a topic of conversation as soon as the season's done, because the NFL CBA with 2011, they said after 3 years of accrued NFL service, you can get an extension. He's got a 4-year contract because he's not a first-round pick. Obviously, you get that 5th-year option of first-round picks. He's not eligible for that. So after 2022, or actually this year, the 2022 draft class could re-up in 25. We saw a couple cases do it. We saw George Karlaftis get an extension, even though they didn't have to at that point. We saw Brock Purdy get his, even though the 49ers didn't have to do it. So now it's the 23 draft class that can get paid going forward in 2026. If you want to get on top of it, like the Chiefs with Karlaftis, it was a gamble. Which way you go? I'll tell you this much. If he hit double-digit sacks, you see what that does with contracts in the NFL. You get that point, you make money. So you're banking on paying early, and you hope it works out for you. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. It's the bottom line. But with receivers, yeah, Rasheed Rice, can he be a top 10 receiver in the NFL? I believe so. But you want to pay top 30 money for a top 10 production receiver? Yeah, I think he'd be for that.
yeah, that's why I say.
And every quarterback needs a guy.
I wouldn't be against it, but it better not be an overpay for him. Like, you better not be, like, extending way too much money just to keep him around.
But you believe every quarterback's got to have their guy?
Yes. Brady had Edelman.
Yeah, all these quarterbacks had their guy, man. Marino had Duper and Clayton. All these guys do. The Chiefs.
Kansas just got a turnover.
Oh, did they?
Yes.
They just got the turnover in Utah.
They're already in the 30-yard line about to score again.
Like, here's a problem. When you want to look at receivers and you think the Chiefs are just fine at wide receivers, again, they've looked good on paper before, But again, the game's not played on paper. Right now, remember you finally had a 100-yard rusher in Kareem Hunt, who just got it last week. Now, Rashee Rice, I think, could be that guy. Remember, you're going to probably lose Travis Kelce. So who's going to be that guy then for Mahomes? Right now, the leading receiver on this team by yardage is Travis Kelce with 719. You have to go to Rashee Rice, even though he missed those 6 games, second on the Chiefs in yardage with 46. Number 3, Hollywood Brown with 459. Xavier Worthy has 401. That is not championship caliber wide receivers with an elite quarterback. It's just not. It's not at all. 2023. Let's look at the Chiefs after that year when they won the Super Bowl at the end of that year. Travis Kelce led the way with 984 yards. Number 2 was Rashee Rice with 938. Number 3 was Justin Watson with 460. Do you want to see a 1,000-yard receiver with your team? I'm convinced Rice would have had 1,000 yards had he not been suspended 6 games. 100%. Whether the drop, he did have a huge drop yesterday, I get that, but he easily would have had 1,000 yards this year without the suspension. I mean, before he got hurt last year in week 4, he was on pace to have one of the best years in the NFL as far as wide receivers are concerned. But again, you want top 10 production for top 30 money in wide receivers. I do believe Rice could garner you that.
I mean, we'll see. I'm not against it, but I don't want an overpay for it just to get it done early.
But look at his situation. So you're not getting those endorsement deals because the NFL popping you for those 6 games. So you route those. And you look at free agency teams that look at say, well, you're popped by the NFL for 6 games already. This happens again, you're out for the year. Because that's probably the next step. The next step is going to be more of a hammer job by the NFL. Coming off that injury as well, so he has that against him as well. You miss out on doing the endorsements and, hell, even little small endorsements for Nebraska Furniture Mart or whatever if you've been popped. And then when you have to pay everything in legal fees and everything else, that money becomes smaller. And then it becomes, you know what, maybe I will take a new contract. Maybe it is the right situation. You have to look at timing when you make negotiations and you settle down with players. What do they need? What do you need? Every quarterback, I believe, needs a guy. And going forward, I think Mahomes has his guy in Rashee Rice. Despite the drop yesterday, which was very untimely for Rashee Rice to have, 100% agree with that. But every quarterback's got their guy, and he's proven to be his guy. Even when he came back from suspension, he hits that back shoulder fade. That was a connection with him and Mahomes that, hell, they started working on down in Texas, down at Camp Pat when he does that.
Right. I mean, they've been working together, but my stance is this: just don't overpay for him. Don't try to overpay for him because you want it done early.
And there's a lot of things to consider when you look at things. Mahomes has been sacked 27 times this year. 27. 2 years ago, he was only sacked 28 times. He's going to shatter that this year. You got to trust your line, especially without 3 offensive linemen. Houston might do some bad things. It's going to be a lot of quick hitters for the Chiefs. Hopefully it's back to the running game for the Chiefs in this game. Quick hitters, end arounds. Xavier Worthy, if you don't hand him off, you're throwing it to him short. You're getting rid of the ball quick when you got Wanya Morris, Jalen Moore, and Mike Caliendo on your line instead of Simmons, Juwan Taylor, and who knows what Juwan, whether we see him or not. We'll have to wait until the injury report starts coming out. But Trey Smith, you probably won't have either. So do you trust Mahomes in those situations? Do you want to see him running? But it's probably going to be a lot of quick hitters. And, yes, that Houston game does matter. Text line asking me if the Chiefs are still in, if they went out. The loss yesterday didn't end their season. Yes, they still have a chance, but got to run the table, and you need help. And the unfortunate thing for the Chiefs is, as I've been saying, everybody's looking at Jacksonville. Oh, they have that tiebreaker over the Chiefs. Yes, but guess what? With Buffalo jacking around and losing games, that hurts the Chiefs. Because if New England wins that division, which it looks like they're going to, the AFC East, all of a sudden one of your wild card teams becomes the Buffalo Bills. So now you have 2 wild card teams in Buffalo and Jacksonville that what? They have wins over the Kansas City Chiefs. So instead of being whatever game they are ahead of them, it now becomes an extra game because of the tiebreaker. And if you're Baltimore, you're sitting up here going, oh, crap. Because they lost to Buffalo and they lost to the Kansas City Chiefs. So if the Kansas City Chiefs make it into the wild card and Pittsburgh ends up winning that division, the North, guess what? Ravens become a wild card team, and guess what? They've lost head-to-head tiebreakers against 2 teams that'll probably take their slot. So Baltimore's even more screwed because that game was big for the Chiefs, beating the Ravens, the head-to-head, to carry that one because they have lost other ones. And yes, they've lost one to the Chargers. Still a chance of redemption at that one to bring it back. But all of a sudden, you got to start looking at your AFC record and your divisional record as far as what you're doing. Now, yesterday was an NFC loss for the Chiefs. Believe it or not, that helps out more than anything else. The conference record for Kansas City at this point, 3-4. They're 1-2 in the division. Okay, these are things that don't help you with tie-breaking situations going forward for the Chiefs. But then again, JT, it comes down to who do you actually trust? Like, who are you trusting in the playoffs? You trusting New England? You trusting 10-2?
I'm trusting. Right now, if you had to give me $100 to who's going to win the AFC right now, I'm putting it on the Patriots.
So you trusting the Patriots?
I am.
That went down to the wire basically with New England or with Cincinnati without Burrow.
Yes.
That game could have gone either way.
Right.
They have a win over the Titans. They've beaten the Dolphins. They've beaten they lost the Raiders. Like, the Patriots actually lost the Raiders at home. That's why week 1 doesn't matter.
That's crazy.
That's why week 1 is one of the biggest
after week 1,
falsehoods
everyone's
of the
like,
NFL.
is Vrabel going to go get a different quarterback in the draft this year? Because, Drake may not be the guy.
The Browns, here's what the Titans have, or the Patriots have done in the last, 7 games. Beat the Titans, beat the Browns, beat the Falcons. Tell me when they played a good team. Beat the Bucks that didn't have anybody playing. Then they beat the Jets.
I mean, I love how we always have to take out the injury part here. They still
But
have
it doesn't
Baker
matter.
Mayfield. They still have Baker Mayfield.
But he didn't have anybody to throw to. So you take then your last 2 games are the Jets and the Bengals. Again, what would the Chiefs' record be with the Patriots' schedule?
Well, the way they've played, they might have lost them.
Coulda. Now the Patriots have the Giants, the Bills at home, because they did beat the Bills on the road, big win. Then you get the Ravens, then the Jets, then the Dolphins. Again, some of these schedules are very favorable for AFC teams. If you looked at a Jaguar schedule, what they got coming up, because you're wanting them to start picking up L's. Where are they going to come?
I think they have the weakest remaining schedule left.
Jacksonville is at the Titans. That's a win. Versus the Colts. But here's the thing. The Colts have lost 10 straight in Jacksonville. And Daniel Jones with that fibula,
Now,
he
they
is
do have
playing
the Colts
this week.
twice, so they do have to go to Indy later on the later.
They do. So that would be possibly an L form there. Okay, so they get at the Titans, probably a win. Colts at home, probably a win. Versus the Jets at home, go ahead and give them the W now. Okay, a tough one at the Broncos. Everybody's going to be rooting for the Broncos at that point. So Jacksonville, can they take the L at Denver, then at the Colts, then they finish up with the Titans at home. So having the Titans twice more in your last 7 games. Where do you see those L's coming from Jacksonville? Because right now Jacksonville's sitting there at 7-4. Chiefs have 6 losses. So again, if Jacksonville ends with 6 losses, which again, we think they can lose, that's why it's pivotal for the Colts at Jacksonville. But the real true losses for Jacksonville look like at Denver, which you never know. It's the NFL. Anything can happen. At the Denver game, possibly the Colts game in Indianapolis. So if they do lose those 2 games, JT, let's say that, they finish with 6 losses. Because the other ones are very winnable for them. 6 losses, even if the Chiefs run the table, you're not getting over Jacksonville because of the tiebreaker.
Exactly. That's why the tiebreaker is going to haunt the Chiefs the rest of the year. You don't have a tiebreaker over the Bills or the Jags. So you got to win.
I see 2 losses for the Jags coming up. I mean, they could lose more. They're up and down. We know that.
We're thinking there's 2 guaranteed
of where
losses.
they won't be favored.
Right. There's 2 games where you think the odds are they are not in their favor to win those games. That's the Broncos and at the Colts, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Bills are at the Steelers. I think that they're a 3-point favorite. I think that can be a very close game.
Especially now with no starting tackles on both sides.
Then they get the Bengals at home.
Bengals
so
look
they
good.
get Burrow. They get Burrow. That's good. Maybe a couple L's there. At the Patriots. That could be an L. There's some L's on the schedule for the Patriots, or for the Bills, excuse me. But then they're at the Browns. Then they're at the Eagles. Well, they have the Eagles at home, excuse me. Eagles at home,
But
and then the Jets.
Are they at the Browns?
At the Browns.
Okay.
And they get the Jets at home.
I'm not saying
the
Browns.
season.
I'm not saying the Browns can beat them, but that Browns defense plays so well in Cleveland. I think they could give them a fight for their money, especially if they don't have any of their tackles back.
So with Buffalo, you see 2 more probably going to be losses. There could be as high as 3 or 4.
I think they have 3 losses on their schedule.
Okay, so if they do, that gives them the 7 losses. So that would be favorable for the Chiefs having the better record than the Buffalo Bills. The bad news is if they end up with 6 losses, they have the tiebreaker over the Kansas City Chiefs.
Again, the tiebreaker.
There's all these freaking scenarios that suck because those games you lost. Those games are crucial. I know we look at regular season games with the Bills, big deal. But if they're not going to win their division, they do become a big deal.
That's why I would have actually rather beat the Jags and lost to the Lions. Right?
No.
What have you took that?
Yeah.
Beat the Jags, and then you would have flipped one of the Bills or the Jags losses into a win and just take the L versus the Lions. Because then you have the tiebreaker over one of those two teams, and you're not truly stressing about them having to lose one extra game.
Text line asked me, what if Rice gets 1,000 yards this year? Well, he's got 486 now. He's still got 7 games to go. No, is it 6 games to go now? 6 now. Because of the game yesterday. It's 6 games for the Chiefs, right?
Yes.
Am I right on that? 6?
Because they're 6-6, so they're at 12.
So if he has around 100 yards in each of those games, he could get to 1,000, which would be damn impressive missing 6 games.
Yeah, it would be pretty damn impressive.
The text line doesn't want him anymore. YouTube doesn't want him anymore. They don't want Rashee Rice. Again, bad drop, bad untimely drop. But I think you get a good deal out of it. And you got to look for deals. In your draft class to work out, because the draft this year wasn't that good for the Chiefs. Just wasn't. And they don't need to be waiting for the 7th round for a running back this year.
No.
Because Kareem Hunt, as much as we like him, good as he is, he's 30. Does he come back for one more year? Does he get one more one-year contract? Because he's very good in short yardage. But again, I don't think that's your every down back, especially when Father Time keeps ticking. Pacheco's probably gone. Not that you'd want Pacheco anyway. I wouldn't.
Now, Pacheco can take his walk.
Yeah. Don't want Pacheco anymore. So then you're desperately needing a running back. Unless you look at it and say, I think Brashard Smith's the guy. I don't think he is. He's a good piece to have. Again, the Chiefs have a lot of pieces, but do they have the guy? I think tight end's going to be a big one, man. When Travis Kelce consistently leads your team in receiving yards every year, when he does, and then you think about, Noah Gray or Wiley. Wiley gets that first down yesterday because nobody was covering him because it was his first catch of the year. Which direction they go? Who's that guy? Who's the guy? Once Kelce leaves, who's the guy? Is it Rice again? Is Rice? Because Rice does a lot of that dirty work like Kelce does. Across the middle, those kind of things. Rice does the dirty work a lot for the Kansas City Chiefs going forward. They could be in line for a playmaker tight end. If they go that direction, I'm okay with it because they clearly love the tight end position. It's been a good safety blanket. But you better draft high, like a Max Clare, a Kenyon Sadiq, an Eli Stowers, somebody like that at tight end. I think 2 of them go in the first round this year, to be honest with you, JT. I think Stowers does and Sadiq. And then you're looking at Clare and the rest of them for second round on.
I would agree.
And a Norfleet might be in the mid rounds.
Norfleet, if he could stay healthy, would be really good tight end. But
I like him a lot.
That's also coming from a Mizzou homer, so.
It's all right to be a homer.
Okay.
It's fine. But the realistic thing, I like the Kansas City Chiefs. I buy into what they're saying each and every week. I buy into that. But I'm just being realistic. Even if they do run the table, do you trust them in the postseason? Do you trust them in the playoffs? Do you trust this team to go on the road and win playoff games?
I don't trust them.
They've been good on the road before.
That's fine.
But
Not
again,
this
do
year.
you trust this team to go forward? Or is it better just to sit where they're at, get a better draft pick, than go and bomb out in the playoffs?
I said that to begin the show with. And I know it ruffled some feathers of our listeners, but I would not be upset if they drafted in the top 20.
913 says when Kelce retires, Gray's going to shine. Really? You have enough confidence in that?
That's what I said.
I don't see that. He's a good piece to
Just
have.
saying.
Good complimentary piece, but I don't think you want that as your number one.
Well, you got to have someone as your number
Does
one.
he scream number one tight end to you?
Does anyone
He
on the
screams
draft
number 2 tight end.
Does anyone on the draft board scream number one to you on the draft board?
Text line wants Jeremiah Love. I would absolutely love that, but you got to get that in the first round. That would ruin your getting a running back in the first round. But yes, Jeremiah Love would be an absolute stud.
Is that one of those like weird scenarios where you're like, okay, that's a fine running back to take in round 1?
I don't know, man. I'm just not a fan. I mean, I used to be team running back, but not in the first round, man. It's tough. That's where you get your Clyde type stuff.
Right, yeah.
Jeremiah Love's interesting, though. He's, number 2 on Heisman odds on DraftKings. He's moved up to number 3 on FanDuel. Remember how we talked about that, JT? First Heisman given out in 1935, Jay Berwanger. He was a running back. Every year that's ended in a 5, a running back is won. So 45, 55, 65, 75. And that was Mike Garrett. 65 is Mike Garrett, former Kansas City Chief, ran the 65 toss power trap. USC running back, won the Heisman in 1965. That's my probably favorite running back on the 5. The last running back to win the Heisman, Derrick Henry, in 2015. Can Jeremiah Love, and if you bought it 3 or 4 weeks ago, you're looking good.
I mean, this is.
Are you buying into on the 5?
This is a season for it doing it because the quarterbacks have not been that strong.
Hey, Mendoza's the odds on at this point.
But what's his best win?
I think a lot of people might go Jeremiah Love, especially if Notre Dame sneaks into the playoffs there and holds Miami back.
Is Mendoza's best win Oregon?
I think Penn State was for him because he had the lead game-winning drive.
Yeah, he had that shining moment.
He had Omar Cooper in the back of the end zone.
Okay.
The funny thing is they fired Kevin Wilcox, the coach of Cal, right? He had Mendoza last year, and he had Jack Enders, probably a top 5 tight end in the draft. So he loses both those. He lost to probably the first quarterback taken and maybe the Heisman Trophy winner. He gets fired because Indiana said, come on down. Come on down. And what they're doing in Indiana is crazy. I mean, what they're doing, Kurt Signetti, he took all those James Madison players, and look at James Madison. They're still sitting there with 1 loss. Chesney went out there and replaced all those players. You know, Indiana's lost more college football games than anybody in the history of college football. They've lost 7-15.
And you couldn't tell in the last 2 years.
It just shows you can win everywhere, anywhere. With boosters and the proper deal, you can win everywhere. And it's changed the landscape of college football. Kansas still up 14-10, 428 bowl eligibility on the line for the Jayhawks. Can they get there? Will they find a way to lose in the fourth quarter?
It's gonna be interesting. They have not finished games all year. That's been their biggest problem.
Rivalry game going on. Ole Miss, Mississippi State, 24-13. Ole Miss, 6:43 left in the third. Of course, you had a rivalry game yesterday, the Preston Road Trophy. Does it bother you? It's staying in Dallas now.
No.
I wish Mahomes could have had the turducken though.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw the video, but there was a video at the end where CBS, you know how they have the turkey and everything there, and Ferguson just takes his whole hand and shoves it in the turkey and picks it up and starts eating it.
Ferguson's also going to have a check for jumping in that bucket.
Yeah.
But he said he wanted to do that anyway because he was going to give $10,000 to the
Salvation Army.
Well, now he can.
That's great. I'm happy for him.
But the NFL might put that to someone else. I really thought Kelsey might jump in that bucket. That was my betting.
I think he's too old.
Once he got the touchdown, I really thought he would have been the bucket jumper.
I told you, I thought it was going to be Juju if he scored, but he never scored.
He never did. Could have been him. Coming up next, we'll fill you in what Kansas, they're going to get the bowl eligibility and go back to the Kansas City Chiefs and the Dallas Cowboys and some of the problems that happen.
You're listening to Black Friday football coverage with Jay Binkley and JT Noah on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan.
This is the Our Idea is Ready to Launch vision. This is the Create Great Jobs vision. This is the We Need More Space vision. This is Busey, where your business visions become realizations through securing capital for growth and comprehensive strategies that ensure a prosperous future, because thriving businesses mean thriving people and thriving communities. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
Bud Light and Tanners are teaming up to make every college game day legendary. Every Saturday, rep your college team, catch every play, and enjoy $15 buckets. Only at Kansas area Tanners locations. Bud Light and Tanners. From the stands to the bar, your game day headquarters.
It's a Red Friday on 96.5 The Fan and the other place, especially with these great game day specials. 8 wings and a basket of tots for $12 plus $4 domestic OP cups. The other place, the next best thing to being at the game.
Looking to drive your finances downfield? Main Street Credit Union is the hometown team you can trust. We help you build credit, lower monthly expenses, and finance with confidence. Or if you need a loan to grow your small business, we've got flexible options and no hidden fees. At Main Street, it's not just about the win, it's about keeping Kansas City moving forward. One goal, 1 yard, 1 member at a time. Get in the game at MainStreetCU.org.
With the first pick in the McDonald's breakfast draft, I'm going with a tasty sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle sandwich. Bold move, sweet, savory, totally stacked. But wait, that delicious sausage McMuffin with egg sandwich is still on the board. Lucky for me, McD lets you mix and match two for just $5. And right now, any size iced coffee is only $1.89. Breakfast at McDonald's. That's the real winning deal. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
Hey, Zach, are you smiling at my gorgeous canyon view?
No, Donald. I'm smiling because I've got something I want to tell the whole world.
Well, do it. Shout it out.
T-Mobile's got home internet.
Whoa, I love that echo. T-Mobile's got home internet.
How much is it?
Look at that, Zach. We got the neighbor's attention.
Just $35 a month. And you love a great deal, Denise.
Plus, they've got a 5-year price guarantee. That's 5 whole trips around the sun.
I'm switching.
Me too.
Yes, T-Mobile home internet for the neighborhood.
Donald, you still haven't returned my weed whacker.
Carl, don't you embarrass me like this, please.
What's everyone yelling about?
T-Mobile's got home internet. And Donald's got my weed whacker.
Yes, T-Mobile's got home internet. Just $35 a month with auto pay and any voice line. And it's guaranteed for 5 years.
Beautiful yodeling, Carl.
Taxes and fees apply. See T-Mobile.com/ISP for details and exclusions.
You know, there's millions of people without the health insurance they need. I get it. You feel like it's too pricey, a headache to deal with. You deserve something better. And better health. We're on a mission to get everyone high-quality, affordable health insurance. You have health insurance needs. We have plans with low out-of-pocket premiums, with in-network preventive care at no cost to you, and a network of local doctors and hospitals. So if you're still shopping for health insurance, go to ambetterhealth.com/enroll to get your free, no-obligation quote. That's ambetterhealth.com/enroll. For coverage to start January 1st, you must enroll by December 15th. Find the plan that's right for you right now. ambetterhealth.com/enroll. Ambetter Health, on a mission for better. Ambetter Health is the brand name for health insurance products underwritten by subsidiaries of Centene Corporation. Go to ambetterhealth.com to see offerings in your state. This is a solicitation for insurance.
Spreadsheets, clunky software, 100 different logins just to run your business? Ah.
There's a better way. Odoo. One simple, connected platform that handles sales, inventory, accounting, and more. So you can focus on growing, not juggling. Make the switch today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
This is Kevin Harlan, and the Black Friday sales event is on right now at Rob's Site Ford, but not for long. Hey, Rob, what's cooking this week?
Kevin, we're serving up 0% for 66 months on most new Ford models. F-150s, Escapes, Explorers, Transits, you name it.
That is a full spread of savings, unlike your mashed potatoes last year, which needed a carving knife.
Okay, brisket man, but hey, these deals, certified fresh and only here for 1 week.
You heard the man. Black Friday savings all week, and once they're gone, they're gone. Plus, Kansas City's only top-rated Ford dealer on Google. 4.8 stars, nearly 3,000 reviews. Voted best car dealership in Kansas City by Kansas City Magazine.
At Rob's Site Ford, we keep it simple. Non-commissioned sales team, top trade-in values, and the lowest prices in Kansas City.
135th and State Line or robsite.com.
If you want simple, upfront, and easy, there's only one R that matters. Rob's Site Ford. Rob's Site Ford. Buy right with Rob's Site.
And maybe leave the mashed potatoes to someone else this year.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Brought to you by Gomer's. 5 locations in the KC Metro or online at gomers.com. If ringing in the holidays includes cheers and libations, Gomer's has your back. Voted #1 KC Liquor Shop, they offer a wide variety of beer, wine, and spirits at great prices. Stop by one of their 5 locations. You'll be glad you did.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Welcome back. Jay Binkley, JT Noah producing the operation. CDOT comes your way at 2 o'clock. CDOT Nathan Williams, who did get married in the fall, by the way, a couple weeks ago. Putting your hand up there saying, no more. I've gone off on that. This should be a rule. JT's playing by the rules.
And then he went on a big old honeymoon. I mean, congrats to him and his wife.
You're playing by the rules.
But unbelievable. Not only to have a fall wedding, but then also go on a huge vacation for honeymoon. Yeah. I love my man, Nathan. He's a great guy.
Nathan's awesome.
But I think he just
one of
made
the best Royals fans ever.
Yeah, he just made a simple mistake this year. And it happens to the best of us.
It does. With that, Pro Football Talk just tweeted this out, JT. Do you have Amazon Prime? I assume you do.
I do, yep.
For the free shipping, or do you prefer watching football on it? Or movies?
Well, I had it for free shipping, but then NFL came on, so it was a win-win.
I don't think I ever watch anything on Amazon except for football.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you anything else that's on Amazon Video or TV or whatever
seriously.
it is.
Like that's, I don't know. I'm just not a streaming fan yet.
Not a fan of that.
The Browns-Eagles game, according to Pro Football Talk, will be available for free today. Bears-Eagles will be available for free today on Prime Video at 2 o'clock. And he asked the question, will the audience break the Netflix streaming record from last Christmas at 24.3 million? I'm going to say no. You're going against a lot of good college football. That was Christmas, standalone, But could
Also,
more
I
people
don't think
have
so.
Amazon at this point? Maybe. I mean, if you go by like how many people have subscriptions to it or not, but you would think a standalone game would do better than a game right in the middle. And by the way, there's a lot of good college football owners. We've talked about Kansas a lot, winning by 4 points in the fourth quarter against Utah in the Egg Bowl, but Nebraska's playing Iowa today too. Iowa with the 10-point lead so far on Nebraska, who could have their 5th L today, who could end up still in a bowl game with Missouri. That would be fun. But regardless, will this break the Netflix record on Christmas? I'm saying no.
I don't think so. Just because you got to think about it. Not only that, but most Eagles fans that are going to watch, which I bet there'll be a bunch, they don't have to go on Amazon to get it. They'll get it to watch it on their local TV channel. So, yeah, I don't think
they'll be sitting in one of their bars. There are a million bars they have in Philadelphia.
Yeah, so I don't think it's going to break.
Do you think Eagles fans are annoying?
I've heard they're rude.
I think any fan base can be rude. But, yeah, the whole Sirianni, are people tired of his act? Here's the thing. I mean, Nick Sirianni he would rub you the wrong way, but you would take him as your guy. Like, you would take him as your guy. Like, as annoying as that is, sometimes when people are annoying and they're your guy, they become less annoying. Seriously. Once they become like a royal or chief or something like that, and you've always hated them or whatever, but they're productive, and you have them, all of a sudden you look at things differently. You're like, just give him a chance.
Yeah.
Just give him a chance. He's our guy now, right?
He does rub people the wrong way. I get it.
Everybody.
But, I mean, he wins.
Well, last year they wouldn't even fired. Especially after Tampa Bay, they were beaten 31-16, I think, after week 4.
Then they go and win the Super Bowl.
Yeah. And now everybody's talking about how the Cowboys have beaten the Eagles and the Chiefs within a 5-game span, right? The 2 Super Bowl participants they beat. Congratulations, Dallas. You're still drafting behind the Chiefs at this point. You need a lot of things to go your direction to make the playoffs, Dallas Cowboys, that spends all that money. Yes. And you know what? It's funny. It's funny seeing all the fans talking about all the crap calls the Eagles got on them against the Cowboys, and how now the NFL loves the Cowboys, the officiating, and because of what had happened to the Eagles and the Chiefs. Isn't that funny how the narrative just flips? Now all of a sudden the Chiefs don't get the calls. And again, it doesn't matter, man. You never complain about the officiating, even though yesterday was bad. My only complaint about the officiating was you knew what was going to happen. You knew about 50 million eyeballs on that game. Just have a damn good crew. You don't want one team having 5 pass interference calls, 4 on offense, or 4 on defense, 1 on offense. Something that hadn't happened in 3.5 decades, 35 years. Like, that's a bad look for the NFL. And I've said it's a bad look. And I'm not saying this as a Chiefs fan or whatever, but come on, man. When 4 of the top 5 programs involve the Chiefs, when the Chiefs are on Thanksgiving and Christmas, when the Chiefs played in Brazil for the NFL, when the Chiefs have been the first game on Amazon, on YouTube, on Netflix, on Peacock. When this happens, you say, you know what? The Chiefs are playing all these games. Like last year, they played 3 games, 11 days. Chiefs are doing all this for the NFL. I'm not saying give them a break. Just get a good crew. That's all we're asking. Just get a good officiating crew. And if it goes against you, it goes against you. That's fine. It's part of the game. But when you come up with stupid things that don't make any sense, it's just a bad look for the league. It's a bad look for a league that uses the Chiefs. And hopefully the Chiefs know that. They're being used. Like the Chiefs get used by the NFL. The NFL makes money hand over fist on the Kansas City Chiefs. And they're about to get their way and not have the Chiefs in the playoffs. Then what are they going to do? Because the Chiefs would crush those ratings. Can you imagine the Chiefs in postseason games against, say, Buffalo or the upstart Patriots in the playoffs? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine how much fun it would be having the Kansas City Chiefs in the playoffs? It's going to be really weird if they don't make it. Now, Trey Wingo was asked this question. I agree with him. I saw this on Starcade Media. They said, Trey Wingo, he says, I could see the Chiefs either winning the Super Bowl or not making the playoffs at all. I see both about the same. And that's what the Chiefs are. You get them to the postseason, they can be dangerous. But I could easily see the Chiefs not in the playoffs. I mean, just as easily I think I make them run in the postseason, just as easily I see them losing a game between now and January 4th. Do I think they lose at the Raiders? No. Do I think they'll lose it against the Titans? No. Is there a chance they could lose against Houston, the Chargers, or the Broncos? Yeah. Is the odds better to lose to Houston now? Yeah, the scary thing is Houston sacked little Joshy Allen 8 times. Chiefs are going to be without 3 starting offensive linemen. That should scare the hell out of anybody. They might do things illegal in 48 states to Patrick Mahomes.
That's what I was about to say, yeah. It's going to be bad. There's going to be quick passes, run the ball, and people hate the RPO game, but you're going to have to run the RPO game when you don't have your left or right tackle.
Oh, you're going to have to. It's going to be crazy. 816 says, season's over, Bink. Let it go, dude. I'm not saying anything. I don't see them running the table. Even if they did run the table, there's other things that have to happen. I don't think they get in. So, well, part of that, do you not understand 816? You need to be more clear about that. You need that in writing. You want a postcard. You want your mama to tell you. I'm just telling you, I don't think this team's good enough to win a Super Bowl this year. And getting to the playoffs is going to be a stretch. There's no question about it. There's no other way you can look at this because we keep buying in week after week. They're going to change things. They're going to change them up. They're going to get the breaks. It looked like that Colts game, they're going to start getting that break because they played so well in that second half against the Colts. They really did. Fourth quarter and overtime, 13 first downs to none for them, 18 total yards for them, all those 3 straight 3-and-outs for the Colts. They look bad. That was the NFL's best offense the Chiefs played. You're like, okay, I like it. I like what they do. Then they go and lay an egg in Dallas. And they're dropping passes that the refs had nothing to do with. When Worthy drops a pass, Rice drops a pass, refs did nothing to that. When Patrick Mahomes is running for their life and the offensive line is down 3 starters and he's running for his life as usual, it wasn't the refs. The pass rush wasn't the refs. They weren't getting to the quarterback, letting Dak Prescott just sit back there and peel him apart. Now, getting that pick right off the bat, like, whoa, man, I like this. And there were other opportunities. They dropped 2 interceptions, JT, and you can't do that. Like, you got to get those. Did you see that?
Oh,
and
yeah.
then that fumble that Drew Tranquill almost got down on?
One because they kind of ran into each other just like happened in Indianapolis.
913, do you think ticket prices will go down if they don't make the playoffs? I don't know, man. The NFL's a cash cow. I don't know. Because you basically feel like every team feels like they have a chance. And I don't see tickets going down. Viewership's definitely not going down. Like the NFL is printing over. And now they're taking over every day, man. The NFL does it right, man. And again, when you're a league and 65 of the top 70 programs on television aren't the World Series, not the NBA, not soccer, not even television shows, I guess 5 of them more, but 65 of the 70 top-rated programs are NFL games, you're doing something right.
Oh, yeah.
But what goes into that are the Kansas City Chiefs. They're your bell cow. The Chiefs are your bar girl that looks cute at the end of the bar. The Chiefs are that girl going in with you in different places because she looks so good. I don't care what you say. Love the Chiefs, hate the Chiefs. The Chiefs are the NFL. Whether they win or lose, take it. They are. People watch them. They're the most watched team in the NFL. Again, 4 of the top 5 games are Chiefs. You don't get selected for Christmas and Thanksgiving Day games unless they think people want to watch you. They do. They may hate you, but they want to watch you. And they will probably watch them in record numbers and want to see what the final numbers come out. JT, I would assume somewhere around 50 million. Standalone game because there was some drama there till the end. I mean, the game wasn't over till the end. Maybe when 10 points, the Cowboys go up, but still it was the Chiefs. And that's the one thing the Chiefs carry in the bag. It's the ace in the pocket. It's the Chiefs are always going to make it close. They're always going to give a run because that's what they do. Again, try to find me when the Chiefs got their ass kicked since the Super Bowl. They just don't. They lose by 3, lose by 3, lose by 3, lose by 6, lose by 7. Patrick Mahomes, in his career, 145 starts, has lost 4 games in the regular season by more than 1 score. Chiefs are ratings gold. They're always going to be in it. They're probably not going to roll you like they did the Lions or like they did the Raiders. Chances are it's going to be Cardiac City with the Chiefs going down to the wire because that's the way they play games. 816 says record numbers this season are watching the Chiefs lose. Maybe so, but they're still record ratings. Last year they did too, though. Last year, the Chiefs were 15 of the top 100 watched programs with the Kansas City Chiefs, and they went to the Super Bowl. So they're not always losing those games. Yeah, I think people want to see it. It is weird people talking about how the Chiefs got screwed by the officiating because that's something we've never seen. And to be honest with you, it doesn't matter because they made so many other mistakes than what the officials did. And you have to deal with what they are. I thought when Braden Smith got that illegal formation against the Colts right off the bat, and he didn't look like he was lined up wrong at all, I was like, man, Juwan Taylor's going to get this all day long because they're clearly watching that. Because that happened to Braden Smith right at the beginning. You're like, man, Juwan's going to get this a lot. Text line says next year, all noon games. I don't know. They do have a couple more noon games coming up, though. Like the Titans game's at noon, isn't it? Chargers game's at noon, too, isn't it?
Chargers game.
The Colts game was.
Chargers game, I believe, is at noon. I know the Titans game is for sure at noon.
That's a fun road trip, actually.
Not in the dead of December.
But Nashville is still fun. Houston is a Sunday night game, so it gets the all the eyeballs. Sunday night football, 7:20 p.m. The Chargers game's at noon. Tennessee game's at noon. The Denver game is a 7:15 game because that's an Amazon Prime game on Christmas. Hey, so you know what? If the Bears and Eagles do break the record today for Amazon Prime, you know what's going to be rebroken? Christmas. Because if more of the subscribers, and they have jumped on subscribers, and that does make the difference. So if the Bears-Eagles game today does take over the time slot or the best Amazon game ever, that will be ending on Christmas on a standalone night game when the Chiefs play the Broncos. And who knows what the Broncos have to play for at that point. It would be nice to see the Chiefs just wipe them clean, though, man. All that trash talk the Denver fans gave. Yeah, I'd like to see Denver beat the Colts still. Or Jaguars, excuse me, because you need the Jags to lose. In that final game, Vegas, man. That could start your vacation early there, JT. Yeah. Like you want that game to matter for the Chiefs. They'd already be in Vegas, though.
Right? It would be.
What are we going to do? What are the Chiefs going to do if there's no games in January, man?
I don't know.
Is the world going to go on? Like, seriously, just going to stop?
They just
Could you imagine Chiefs actually playing in that meaningless flag football game at the Pro Bowl?
I don't think any of them would.
Because they haven't been able to because they've always in the Super Bowl, so they don't have to worry about the Pro Bowl.
I just don't think they would.
Just take the Pro Bowl now and not go?
Right, exactly.
What's Radio Row going to be like with actual Chiefs players walking through it?
Crazy.
You know, advertising avocados. Or being, hey, I'm an avocado guy. Let's get Patrick Mahomes on to talk about the Chiefs season. Now, but this whole thing about out of his prime and stuff like that is a joke. It's a complete joke. I will say this, though. I think the draft talk with Kansas City, I think it tunes up. It's turned up a lot. And we wouldn't do a podcast every week from the station. The station runs, and we've done it ever since the Chiefs one. We do it every week. Not just when the draft happens. We do it every week. But I think there's going to be a lot. There's a lot of tension on the draft when it's in Kansas City because a lot of people got to go watch it. And it was great. It's a free event to go see, so that's huge. Not a lot of things are free anymore, especially with the NFL, but that part's free. But the draft will be really interesting now. A lot of good debates, JT. A lot of good debates.
You're going to get so happy because you get to do mock drafts.
Oh, we've already done one.
I know.
And there'll be a lot more. Hell, my timeline fills up with mock drafts. Good old Lance already sent me his for today. I liked it. Didn't like the 7th round running back, but
you don't like that 7th round running back.
I don't. I'm done with 7th round running backs. Done. Get them earlier. Again, we had 17 hours live on 96.5 The Fan of draft coverage. And then when they drafted a running back is when Chris and I had to bow out for the Royals game because it was right there at the end of the 7th round. We had to bow out for Kansas City Royals coverage. Regardless. I'm glad you had a good Thanksgiving, though, JT.
And I'm glad you did, too, even with the Chiefs trying
It's
to
the
sour
only thing
it.
that matters. It's the only thing that matters. 816 says, I'll enjoy my family in January. Some of y'all take football way too seriously. Oh, well, but I guarantee your family likes probably watching football. Like, I see a lot of families get together for Chiefs games, man. I mean, you see aunts, you see uncles, you see grandmas talking about the Chiefs. They want to watch it. You can still enjoy your family and have the Chiefs play football.
Just don't cuss around your grandma. She might use your whole name at you.
Yeah. It's like, I don't think we take football way too seriously. It's just, maybe we do, but I think everybody does. I don't think it's just me or you either, JT. But last time I checked, this town is swarming in Chiefs stuff.
They bleed red, don't we?
Anywhere you go, Chiefs license plates, Chiefs jackets, Chiefs hats, Chiefs shirts, Chiefs everything.
jerseys.
Chiefs toothbrushes, Chiefs
trying
everything.
to mock Patrick Mahomes. The little kids want to be having the Mahomes haircut.
But I don't think it's just hardcore people on radio that like football.
No.
I think America likes football.
No, yeah.
I think they voted. They've basically
America
said we love football.
America's
football is
sport
part
is
of Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Duh.
It's part of Christmas now because the NBA did own it until the NFL said, we're going to own this day too.
Well, the Lions and Cowboys own Thanksgiving. Those are those days. Those are their days.
But there's a Thursday night game now, a Thanksgiving night game,
Oh, yeah.
thanks to the Kansas City Chiefs. The first ever team on Thanksgiving night back in 2006 when they beat the Broncos. The Chiefs started it off for everybody.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, don't forget that.
Don't forget that. Also, Utah has taken the lead on Kansas.
Oh, have they? What's the score now?
17-14 with 10 minutes left.
Oh, it's going to be a barn burner finish. Ole Miss, by the way, up 31-13 now in the Egg Bowl. Lane Kiffin, and here's the thing about it and why it matters, because and why the college football rules are silly. Because now keep in mind, Eric Morris, the coach of North Texas, they could still
took
get in.
Oklahoma State job.
They did. He did. Took the Oklahoma State job. I think he's a great coach. He's the one that brought in Mateer there. Mahomes, you name it. He's scattered them all. I think he'll do fine at Oklahoma State, but he's still going to be at North Texas. They're still going to allow him to coach even through the playoffs. Now, the playoff committee did say if Lane leaves, they would take that into consideration. Even though there's not a body of work of watching Ole Miss without Lane Kiffin, they still
He's bad.
put it this way: if he takes the LSU job, he could cost those players a home game in the playoffs.
Cost those fans a home playoff game, too.
Cost the people of Mississippi, the residents of Oxford, Mississippi, a home playoff game if he bolts.
But
if he
that would be
decides to do
Lane.
that.
That would be Lane. Lane does whatever Lane wants to do.
Yeah. It's funny seeing all this talk on Lane going back and forth. He's never made a conference championship game, never won a conference, yet it's going to be worth $11 million or more per year.
Per year. And I thought it was...
Drinkwitz is going to Music City Bowl, and hell, he's getting 10.75.
But I would rather have him than let him walk.
Would you have Lane Kiffin or Drinkwitz?
I would say Lane.
Same.
I'm sorry. I love Drink, but
Oh, man.
I think Eli could be the next Lane Kiffin, though.
It just this whole game is funny between coaches and job openings. Again, Drinkwitz has been coached since 2020. He's already had 4 extensions. He had his last extension in July, taking 2029, and everybody's like, "Oh, they extended Drink." Well, they just did. Damn it, they just did.
They just did it.
Anyway, tough sledding for the Chiefs now. Again, if you're down 3 offensive linemen, you're going against a team that just sacked Josh Allen 8 times. It's going to be scary. They need to run the table now. Still have a chance.
No. Oh, Jaden Daniels just threw a 100-yard pick 6.
Bad deal there. But again, do the Yanks expect them to win anything? I don't at this point. Anyway, for JT Noah, fun stuff. Good working with you this week, my friend.
I love working with you, Bink. We'll see each other
We'll see each other again.
December, man.
Nathan coming up next with C-Dot. C-Dot Nathan next.
Listening to Black Friday Football